And you know what? Hello. I just it's live right now. Hi. Oh my god. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Ooh, okay. That was looking off. Okay, I don't know why I always have to like fix myself on this show. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Oof, yet another good day, yet another good day. Uh, I kind of, before you start streaming, sometimes you just kind of like feel continuously unready, and you kind of have to hit that start button for you to get ready as you go. Because I think when it comes to live streaming, it's like you can continue doing stuff. For me, it's not about perfection, it's about realness. Okay, how is everybody doing? Let me know where you're watching me from. What's the time where you are at? Out here is 11:11. Ooh, 11:11. See, 11:11 p.m. Okay, so let me know how you're doing. Say hi. Let's get started, guys, and kindly like the live stream. Da-da-da. Ooh, the laptop is hot. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Ooh, yet another good day. Melines Dastan. Hi, Melines. How are you doing? Where are you watching me from? Uh, Milan Lief. Uh, Milan Liefting says, "Hey, are you good? Yes, I am good. Thank you for asking. Are you good? How is it going? Let me know where you're watching me from. Okay, and I know my hair looks like I'm crazy, but uh Lilongla Sangtan says, hello sister. Hello, good to see you. How are you doing? How are you doing? UV live. Oh, UV live says, you know Hindi? Yes, I know Hindi. What about it? Or what about them? Welcome to the live stream. Oh my god. Yet another good day too. Milan says I'm the best. Okay, it's good to know. Good to know that you're the best. Mm, NSM, what does that mean? Like the live stream, guys. We're just getting started right here. Namaste, namaste. Yeah, and you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No complaints. No complaints whatsoever. Okay, so of course we normally do lots of questions, and guys, you can start by liking the live stream if you like the live stream, guys, so that um, the stream can get pushed. Okay, let me type something on the screen. Excuse me. Where are you living? Where am I living? You and my best. Milan is you and my best, okay? Like the live stream, guys. Where are you living? Living, or did you mean living? Yes. Okay, yes. What traumatized you as a kid? That is gonna be our first question. Of course. That's going to be our first question. What traumatized you as a kid? Okay. But in the meantime, we can keep saying hi to each other. Let me know how you're doing. You can keep letting me know what traumatized you as a kid. I mean, where do you live now? I live in Kenya. I'm Kenyan. You are my friend, okay? Guys, like the live stream kindly. Like the live stream kindly. Holy's music says rest. Rest. Okay, why do you think rest? How are you doing? Christopher General says, hello, watching you. Thank you. Where are you watching me from, Christopher? Milan says, first moment of the world. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Your hair like Maggie. I'm not making joke. It's just a friend chill joke. Your hair like Maggie. Like your hair like Maggie. Who is Maggie? Where in Kenya are you from? From a place called Nyahururu. Godfrey Bareng Bandar says, I'm watching from South Africa. Ooh, South Africa. That's interesting. South Africa. Okay. How is it going? What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm live streaming, right? Zane Denise says, oh, hi, how am I? You're good. You're good. You're good. Like the live stream, my good friend. Maggie, it's Indian nodules. Indian nodules? My hair looks like Indian nodules. Wow. Oh. That's kind of how black hair looks like. I'll be visiting Nyabohanse village soon. Okay, I am not from Nyabohanse, but I have wanted to go to Nyabohanse for a long time, especially when I was just getting started. I had like, I think 50 subscribers, and I was just feeling, oh my god, I need to go to Nyabohanse because almost everyone there is like doing good on YouTube. No, what you doing in the live? Okay, in the live stream we do a bunch of stuff here, but mostly we do questions. Also another thing that we also do is like, it's just conversations back and forth. So that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Christopher General, where are you watching me from? Okay, I have never been to Nyabohanse. Maybe I would like to go, but then I'm like, there's a time that I really wanted to go. I really wanted to go to Nyabohanse. And then like I think I messaged D. I went to the same university with D Mwango. Actually, I used to sell sweets somewhere at Moi University. And there's a time that she used to buy from a window, from the window that I was selling at, okay? But funny enough, of course, she was a finalist by the time I was like a first year or a second year. So yeah, I wanted to go over there and maybe have somebody shout me out or something. But then I just decided to do it myself, and it's been nice. Christopher says, I'm from Canada. who are you going to visit, Mara? No. It was just, I was just thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna go to that village. And that time I was so desperate. I wanted YouTube to work out for me. So I was just gonna go there. It didn't matter. I just was gonna go there, maybe record, maybe see if like somebody's gonna shout me out or something. But then I just decided to do it myself because I don't know if they allow locals or Kenyans over there. So most probably if you're a foreigner, you can be allowed. Yeah, not Maro. I do not know Maro at all. Godfrey Bareng Banda says, you're beautiful, my sister. Thank you. Christopher says, and also you guys can answer the question on the screen. What traumatized you as a kid? Christopher General says, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. I like you. Oh, thank you. Milan Left says, I'm subscribing. Thank you so much. African will never unite. How are you doing? I think it's been a minute before I saw you here. Can we talk about your hair? Let's talk about it. What do you think? What do you think about my hair? You know, I was gonna restrain it. Actually, I started to like hold it. Then I was like, for what? You know, some of you are gonna think that I didn't comb it, but can I call Milan Lieftink? That's your name? Milan says, I'm Netherlands. Ooh, I have a bunch of people from Netherlands now. Can you call my name? Milan, that's your name, right? Africa will never unite says, what happened to you? What happened to my hair? Or what? I'm sorry, don't apologize. Why are you apologizing? What happened? What traumatized you as a kid? We are literally just getting started, guys. Let me know where you're watching me from. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, that's your name? Okay, now I know. Yes, your hair. What happened to my hair? Nothing. This is how black people's hair grow. It's wild. Okay, do you think that maybe I should have straightened it or something? What do you think? Good. I think my hair is just natural. We're just used to like doing a lot of wigs and braids. So, and then when we don't do that, you are like, what's going on? Nothing is going on. It's just somebody with their natural hair. Okay. What traumatized you as a kid? Let me give an example. For me, I have a bunch of them. And for those of you who have been the ones here on the channel, you know, for those of you who've been the one here, you know, I'm talking about my trauma growing up in a village in Nyahururu. Nyahururu is in Kenya. So there's a lot of things that traumatized me as a kid, but I think one thing that traumatized me so much as a kid is domestic violence. Oh God, that traumatized me. I have 146 subs. Oh, I'm happy for you. Keep going. It's too wild for us. My hair is too wild. You haven't met wild. You know me personally, I just show up. So it's too wild for you. Yeah, maybe I could be your exotic animal. Christopher says, girl, you got beautiful hair. Thank you, Christopher. So when are you gonna go to Nyabohanse and who are you gonna visit? Milan Liefting says, cool. Good girl, thank you. Keep liking the live stream, guys. What traumatized you as a kid? Share your experiences. MJ Pop 020 says hi. Kelvin Donald says, hey pretty, hey, good to see you. You're the best. Okay, thank you so much. Africa will never unite says, don't make us cry. Domestic violence is a serious topic, okay? And that's exactly what I'm talking about, you know, because it's about debunking. My channel is all about debunking this. You can scroll down or you can maybe rewatch the videos and you can see the type of things that we normally talk about and stuff. So it's all about debunking. So you can share your light moment or maybe something that's not serious. What traumatized you as a kid? Dad Vanda says, I am now ready for you. That's wild. uh in number one, Milan says in number. Oh, you're okay. I think it's because of you started commenting the first hour or something of the sort. You have 1.2k subs, and not really. I don't even know. Uh, Christopher says marriage, death, birth, everything, everything traumatized you. But you know, like as a kid, somebody would say, there are people who would say coming home and finding your parent is not at home. Another thing would, other people say maybe having a random person move into your home, that could be traumatizing. Are you monetized as yet? No. Watch hours, not monetized yet, but we are here keeping going. Watch hours, you so good. Okay. Milan says thanks for all. Okay. Africa will never unite says, where are you beaten, where oh, were you beaten up as a kid? Yeah, but I not so much because I was a girl, and my father used to be like a hotline, you know. My dad used to like beat the crap out of us, but he never beat me because I'm a girl. So he was in the sector of disciplining the boys, and then my mom would maybe discipline me. So I never got that wrath, but my mother used to beat me or discipline me, whatever you would call that. That was also traumatizing. You know, we all of us in our household, we all feared our dad, like, but he would never beat me. I don't know why, or maybe yeah, maybe because I was a girl. So yeah, were you disciplined as a child? That's something common here in Africa. You know, right now I see places like US, Europe. Like you cannot just discipline your child. You'll have CPS come and maybe take your kid or like things like that. Oh my god, I'm like, oh my god. Out here, no. Parents discipline their children, and not only discipline, like, oh yeah, you know. Okay, let me keep typing. Is still common in Africa in 2026. Really? I don't know about that because now in my household, all of us are grown ups. My younger brother is in almost the last high school grade, so nobody is nobody is getting disciplined anymore. But I can tell you for sure that was traumatic. You know, that was traumatic. I keep feeling, you know, it makes you think that your parent does not even like you. The type of discipline that these parents would do to us used to be insane. You would, there's some of the things you would never do that even to your worst enemy. Okay, and for those of you just joining me right now, my good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what traumatized you as a kid. Also, you can ask me any question. We are literally just getting started. You know, I normally show up with a bunch of questions, and of course, 2 to 3 hours. So that's the time that we're gonna be live streaming here. Um, Edwin Dengote Makora. Oh, Makoria Arsenal says, "Hey, one boy, long time ago. Long time ago. I think I've never seen you on the live stream. How is the going? Where are you watching me from? Ooh, this thing kind of have some updates. My life when I chat or when okay, or maybe it's my phone. There has to be like an update on the phone. It's showing in weird colors. How can you love your parents after all those beatings? They didn't mean anything bad, like it's just discipline. That's what they said. Like, eh, yeah, I did not, you know what our parents would say is like, oh, I did not discipline you, I disciplined your mistakes. So that's stuck. Would you rather know your future or keep it a surprise? So that's the next question. Or for those of you who have not answered the question on the stream and on the screen, you can answer that. Another one is, would you rather know your future or keep it a surprise? and I'm kind of feeling cold. It's cold here. We are not in summer here in Kenya. You know, people get surprised. Yeah, same jacket from yesterday. It's cold, cold. Yeah, at least that's good. Uh, would you rather know your future or keep it a surprise? Personally, I would rather keep it a surprise. But knowing your future, because I think knowing your future can literally discourage you. Because if you know your future, you know you're gonna get there anyway. So what's the point of keeping going, or what's the point of working hard if you know the aftermath, you know? So personally, I would rather keep it a secret. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Can you like the live stream and subscribe? My good name is Wamboy. Ooh. What traumatized you as a kid? That's also another question that we are having. We have like 2 questions on the screen, so you can choose one to answer. And I'm gonna get myself a cup of tea. Okay, guys, I'm kind of like getting myself a cup of tea because it really gets cold during my hours of live streaming. Keep letting me know how you're doing. Make sure you're saying hi. Yes, yes, yes. And how is your day? How is your day going? Today is on Wednesday. Is it on Wednesday? This week, I don't know. I am kind of like one day earlier because yesterday, I think. Let me see what's today. Today is on Tuesday. Woo! I'm already thinking that it's on Wednesday. Would you rather know your future or keep it as a surprise? Personally, I would rather keep it as a surprise because not knowing makes, when things happen, it makes them even more solid, you know? That's one. No, I'm engaged, so. And even if I wasn't engaged, I'm not trying to be nobody's side chick. Oh God. And why would you want to like have that? Like, are you not satisfied in your relationship? What could trigger you to want that? I'm just wondering. I'm not judging. I'm just wondering. Okay, welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Omboy. Let me know the country you're watching me from. You can connect with connect. You can comment with your country's flag. That's where you're gonna get started. There's also two questions. What traumatized you the most as a kid? That's one of the questions that we are looking at. Also, we have another one. Would you rather know your future or keep it a surprise? I did say I would rather keep it a surprise. Ooh, Kasolo Abu Bakar. Wow. You have a beautiful name. I'm in Uganda, Mbale City. Mbale City. That's how you say that. Edwin says, from me, it's rather I know your future. Why? Edwin says that he'd rather know his future than keeping it a surprise. Okay, but don't you feel like it takes all the fun away? Like, if you already know what's gonna happen, it's like if you know you're gonna be successful anyway, why would you want to work hard? If you know you're gonna be successful anyway, why would you keep going? You know, something of the sort. Like right now, everybody, anything that you're doing right now, you're doing it maybe for your future. You know, you're doing it in the hopes like there will be a better future that directly corresponds to your hard work, your hustle. You know, uh. So yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Okay. Also, let me type the next question. Okay, that's another question. Should men always make the first move? This is a question that is really interesting. Anytime we do this question, people have different views and motives. Okay, so maybe I should write that. Okay, maybe I should write that on the screen. Okay, I think that's better. Ooh, should men always make the first move? That's another question that we are looking at. You can let me know your opinion. And also keep letting me know where you're watching me from. What's the time where you're at? Because over here is at night. Hell, my good. Okay, you know I keep saying my good friend, then I realize you're not my good friend. You're just my regular supporter. Sadara Kantu says, hello, Miss. Wow, what is that? Are you going at a wedding? Okay, today I did gram up for you all, my good stranger. Okay, we have a bunch of questions here. The one that I had on the screen before I removed, what traumatized you the most as a kid? And also right now we have, should men always make fast move? There's also another question. Let me repeat that, the other question. Would you rather know your future or keep it as a surprise? So those what we are looking at, my good stranger. Yes, why not? So you feel like men should always make, okay, what happens in the scenario where the woman makes the first move? Like she's like, let's say a woman proposes to you. What do you think about that? You just got proposed to. Okay, you know, I kind of feel like I don't want to take the lead, or like I never want to like make the first move. You know why? Because I never want to feel like I never want to feel like I'm forcing you into something. Like as a guy, I feel like men should take the lead when it comes to but maybe I'm just traditional for no reason. Maybe the times have changed and anybody should make the first move, but I don't know. Let me hear your opinions. My good name is Wamboy. Keep letting me know where you're watching me from. That cannot happen. What cannot happen? When you make the first move, don't you think that can be risky? Okay. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Should men always make the first move? That's a question that we are looking at. Tech knock. Today you guys are saying that my hair looks wild. Like I look exotic. Cut your hair, it's too long. Would you ever say that to me if okay, and this is not to be a victim, quote unquote, the black victim, but it's just to say if I was another race with a long hair, would you feel that way? Just asking. Sada says, to answer your other question, which is more interesting, I would rather travel to the past. I don't want to know my future. I'm scared. I would maybe to the past and help my past. Okay, to have a better present. You know what? I said that like I would rather keep my future. I would rather keep my future a surprise. You know, because the reason you keep going. For example, even why do you go to school in the hope of a better future? So when you have already seen how that will turn out, let's say you know you are going to school and you're gonna become a failure. Like you just lose the purpose, the drive, what makes you keep going, what makes you to keep showing up every other day. When you lose that, then you do not have purpose anymore. And what happens then? Yeah, life is not gonna be interesting anymore, in my perspective or in my opinion. Ooh. Sada says, like, if I go to the future, I see myself married. For example, I would be so upset and disappointed. I would pass out of shock, baby. Okay, after spending all of these years talking about like you don't want that for yourself, and then you find out you finally kind of wanted that for yourself. But maybe you would be happy. Maybe that future version of yourself would be happy, you know? Eves, how are you doing? Good to see you. I've moved several times. You've moved? Oh my god, that's really funny. That's really funny. But what I mean is, in a relationship, who should initiate? How would you react if your woman proposed to you? Sada says, I tell the future version you're weak. No way. Getting do you think getting married is being weak? Okay. And I saw your links, Eve Stuart, and I clicked on them. I think awesome. Awesome. Uh whoever wants it more. Oh, whoever wants it more. And see, that's exactly why I would never make the first move. You did what? No, I was talking. You said was trying to send links yesterday on the live stream, and then they did not go. So he did send me an email with the links. So that's what I was saying. I saw the links and I clicked on them. A man likes someone motivated. Let me tell you, that's exactly why I would never make the first move. Because first of all, the last thing you wanna. Oh, it unmuted. Sorry. what was I saying? What I was saying, God, I'm distracted. What I was saying is the last thing you want to do is to make the first move. Okay, because I just don't want to feel like I do not want to feel like I forced this guy into a relationship, you know. I don't want, during an argument, I don't want to hear a man saying, "Oh my god, you're the one who proposed," you know, like that is really insane, and I don't want to feel that. I'm just personally, I think I would never make the first move for some reason. uh Eve says if she's clear about what she wants and the man is clear about what he wants, the move doesn't matter. Ooh, okay. So the guy has to be into the female and the female has to be into the guy, right? Because if that's not the case, then that's really messed up, you know? Yeah. But because you don't, because I have heard women say that, like, you better marry the guy that who is into you, not the one that you're into. But it kind of makes sense because you see, women, I feel like how emotions work for women is like you can fall in love as you go, but for the guys he's like, if he's not attracted, he's not attracted. uh Eve says what's more important to me is that she's a contributor. You're not gonna be paying any bills. Okay, she can contribute by having children, she can contribute by being the housekeeper, she can contribute by being a good wife. How do you want her to contribute? It says often women are coy and come across as disinterested. Nobody wants to battle through that. Okay, you want to know that she's interested. It's a tactic. It's a tactic to have you all like not knowing. You know, yeah. The other day I was saying, I was thinking about the whole thing about acting uninterested. Even I think we have all been advised at some point you're supposed to chat as if nonchalant. When it comes to relationship, you do not want to show that you're so much interested because that might ruin things. And where I'm at right now, or my mindset right now, is like, if I have to do that with you, I don't think you're my person, because I just want to be able to text every 2 minutes if I want to, you know. James Jackal, oh my god, is it Jackson or Jackson? Yes. You think men should always make the first move? Why? Eve says she's engaged in the union. That's her part. Okay. Is it supposed to be financial? Sada says, man, people nowadays are so indecisive. They want relationships but act like a single person. Better to be single and build your own life and figure out what's wrong with us and solve that. Okay. But when you're single, will you be wanting benefits of married people? Eve says if you meet a man and he has land, goats, and all the things you think you need, you have to let him know, or he might pursue someone else. You gotta go get those goats, one boy. Oh my god, take it. You go get the goats. Go get the goats. Go get the goats. I had somebody saying, but it's in Kikuyu, so this is just direct translation. I had somebody saying that, like, when you're getting into relationships, it's like you are acquiring a piece of land, so you gotta be okay. No, but honestly, like, I don't have that mindset. Like, if for me the guy have to be really interested, otherwise I don't think I am down for feeling like I forced you into something. The take it. So that is what benefits married people have, though. Having someone to share your life with, okay, maybe it works for others, but not to everyone. Okay, what benefits do married people have? I think married people, you have somebody by your side for the rest of your life. Okay, you have somebody to count on. You have somebody to love. You're not always trying to steal, you know, to you're not trying to steal partners, you're not feeling lonely, you get not to be lonely. I think what do you get out of marriage, guys? What do we get out of marriage, and what are the marriage benefits? Maybe intimacy. And I'm not talking about sex or whatever. I'm just talking about, like, I feel like you get intimacy out of relationship or marriage. Jay Symphony HQ, greetings to you. Jay, how are you doing? Sarah says, at least in past generations, feels like more or less people were more grounded with marriage. Nowadays is, I don't know. Okay, yeah, the marriage these days, I think especially my generation is going to be, yeah, the people are going to have a lot. We are going to have a lot of unmarried people, or first of all, for example, me personally, as an example, okay, I have never seen good example of what marriage looks like. So that can also be a factor. If marriage is all about chaos and constant fighting, who wants that? J Symphony HQ says, your name, my name is Wamboy. The name of the channel is my name, Wamboy, with an U. Where are you from? Kenya. You says I'm not married, so you don't know the benefits. Okay. Makes sense. Jason, are you single? No, I'm engaged. Eve Stewart says yes. I am not sure. I am not sure what you responded to with yes. Should men always make the first move? Okay. I kind of get. I think I said that, like, you're not married, so you do not know what benefits people. Oh, I also do not know, but we all have been near people who are married, so we see what that gets. Maybe your parents, you said engaged. Yeah. So not having a good example of what marriage is supposed to look like does not help anything when it comes to wanting to pursue marriage as a person. You're always worried, like, oh my god, is it going to be like, is it going to be like this marriage? Go to whom? Oh Lord. Okay, there's also another question for those who are just joining in. Would you rather know your future or keep it a surprise? Where will you live once you marry your fiance? I do not know. Who are you engaged to? He's private. Would you rather know your future or keep it a surprise? I like Kenya. I love Kenya. I love the possibilities, but also I also appreciate other places. M7 says, my man said I should lose weight. Is it positive or negative? Okay, it depends. Okay, when did you gain the weight? In the relationship or before the relationship? Did he meet you with your current weight? Because I think, in my perspective, or in my opinion, if you already had that weight on, he has no business telling you to lose the weight. Okay, if you gain the weight in the relationship, maybe after having children, okay, maybe he should be supportive or like help you to lose the weight. Yeah, but it depends. The perspective matters, because if you are like that, it's like somebody signing up for something and then starting to say that that's not what they signed up down the road. Okay, yeah. Jay says, so he's a oh god, so he's a secret. Not everybody not everybody wants to like appear online. Eve says, if it's a health thing, it's positive. Okay, but most probably it's not a health thing. When somebody is telling you, okay, it depends. Maybe if you feel if like you had the current weight, you'll get a heart attack if you don't lose weight. Is caring. Oh, quote unquote, you'll get a heart attack if you don't lose weight is caring. Okay, but how do you say that to your partner? Okay. Okay. Wow, that, you know, I don't know if somebody said that to me, I don't know, that would feel like it's hurtful. Explorer says, how many here slept with a man they were not married to? I think okay, let's paraphrase the question. How many here have slept with a woman they are not married to? I think almost everybody, right? My ex told me I need to lose the fat in my head. Your ex told you that you need to you need to lose the fat in your head? Oh God, that's... How did you have fat in your head? That's crazy. No cows. Explorer. No. Oh, okay. Oh, raise your hand. I think Explorer is saying raise your hand if you slept with someone that you're not married to. Okay. Let's see the virgins in the chat. M7 says, I'm 57 kgs, 5 feet, a little fat, but I was hurt. 57 kgs is not fat. Oh God. 57 kgs is not fat. What is fat? Oh, you know what is fat? Like 57 kgs is not fat. Jane Symphony says, he is her husband. He can tell her what to do. He loves her. Ooh. Do you agree with that? Should a husband be able to tell her? Okay, and should the wife be able to tell him what to do? But I think, in my opinion, 57 kgs is not fat. I think I'm 58 or 59 or something of the sort, and I am not fat even in the least bit. You know? I read your comment. Is your hand raised? No, my hand is not raised. Raise yours. Okay, should men always make the first move? Can your fiance tell you what to do? Can your fiance tell you what to do? Okay. Should your partner tell you what to do? Yeah, but in a loving way, not a controlling way. Yeah. Okay. You know, you can tell me something in a loving way, but see, what we are not gonna do is, like, you're not gonna be my parent. Yeah, that's not what you're gonna. That's something that we're not going to do. You're not going to be my parent. Edwin say, "Wow, you are noisemaker in school, noisemaker." Noisemaker. And guys, keep liking the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Do you think should your partner be able to tell you what to do? I think yes, but not in a controlling way, you know. In a loving way, yes. But if it's like, no, do not do that, like, no, what we're not gonna do here is, like, we're not going to I'm not going to be controlled as a kid. That's no, in my opinion. Okay, what's your opinion? Who asked the question? J Symphony. Should your partner be able to tell you what to do? Should your partner tell you what to do? Okay. So in my opinion, I feel like mine all seemed to think so. Mine all seem to think so. Your ex-partners. Alto His Glory says, Jesus loves you. Okay, he loves you too. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Ombo. You can ask me any question. Do you have 2 questions? I think 2 questions. And also there's a bunch of them. You can answer any that you would like. Let me know. Do you think mine also seem to think so? Oh, okay. Your relation. Okay. She thought that You can say, you can tell them what to do, but not control. Yeah. Okay, let's go on with this question. Do men lose more freedom in marriage? We can ask any question. If it's real, you might get ignored. We can ask any question. Yes, you can ask any question. First of all, maybe you asked a question and then you used all the wrong words. YouTube will not allow you to send something that they think. It always happened with people. Yes, so no, I'm not ignoring you. I can't see any of your chat, to be really honest. The last one you sent is raise your hand. Okay, so you said raise your hand if you okay, which question? What do you want me to say? Oh God, I have slept with people before marriage. What do you want me to say? Uh, there was a man in the hang gliding community being flying for decades. He's married a woman and she told him he couldn't fly hang gliders anymore. Okay, was it a concern that is not safe? What was the concern? She said, okay, wait a minute, this is weird. um she said paragliders are okay even though those are more dangerous. Wow. Ooh. So he'd sneak flights in on my hang glider. Wow. Okay. Okay, of course, yesterday I told you all that I've been watching these cop shows, and there's this cop, like they were on a shootout, like a police chase, okay, and then he was in between, like he was literally in danger, and what he said is like, my wife is gonna be so pissed. So is that maybe she's just more concerned about his safety. Maybe it's all about safety. What do you think about that? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Do men lose more freedom? Also, I think you're saying yes to the fact that men lose more freedom in marriage. Women also do that. Uh, he'd say, if I so much as twist my ankle, I didn't a paraglide understand. Okay. Oh, okay. So that you can tell the wife, makes sense. Edwin says, you laughing if somebody told you that she loves you? Why are you laughing? You know what? Why am I laughing? Laughing about what? I didn't. And I'm allowed to laugh. Okay, I was gonna say that I did not laugh. I'm allowed to laugh whenever. God. And is that the spelling for laughing? So, keep it respectful. Keep it respectful. Um, do men lose more freedom in marriage? So I think the answer is yes, maybe. But I feel like it's all the same. Men and women lose equal. Um, is it freedom? Yeah. It says paragliders look like parachutes, so people think they are safer. Oh, okay. So she's not doing that out of malice. She's not telling him not to do that out of malice. It's like when you do that, maybe they have little kids there. It's like you don't want to lose the father of your children and your husband. In your opinion, who benefits more from marriage? Okay, and for some of us who are not married, me personally can only give perspective from the outside. Globally, probably men. Okay. I was waiting for people to say women, but I was gonna tell them, for example, I think it depends with the country. Like out here, yeah, the woman is the one who is almost doing everything. The only thing, and I'm not saying that going outside and looking for finances is easy, but I'm just saying it's just icing on the cake when somebody else has to do everything else. YouTube must have blocked my real question. Yeah, you know what I said you do before you send the message, make sure you copy it, you highlight and maybe copy, because they always do that. I hope they, well, maybe one day develop something, and when you are trying to send a message, they can show you why the message is not showing up on the other people. Okay, try to use different words, say the same thing, but use different words. In a lot of countries, women can't be independent. Yeah, and even if they can be, for example, out here, women can be independent. Okay, but see, the thing is, women can be independent, but when it comes to hard questions, when it comes to hard jobs, when it comes to hard jobs like building houses, okay, the jobs that are available, they are hard jobs that only men are able to do, you know. So let's say you have a degree right there, but you're not finding opportunities. So all I say is, yeah, some countries do not make it easy for women to find opportunities, you know. Have you told your fiance to buy ETFs yet? He's his own investor, like he has a bunch of things that he does like that. So no, but personally, I'm considering that. Denzel Denzel Ali says no. Okay, why? Explorer says, my question was, should women sleep with men they are not married to? Woo! Okay, so the question came through finally. Let me pin that. Oh, let me write that on the screen. That will be easier, even for people who are coming next. I don't know if it will allow me. Let me try and use. Be intimate. I'm typing your question. So, see, I just paraphrased the question. Should ladies be intimate with men they are not married to? Okay, I think when we ask that question, we should ask the same question to men. Should men be intimate with the ladies they are not married to? Because I think that there's a double standard thing going on. Okay, it's okay for us to say, you know, ladies should not do this. Okay, we usually call women maybe sluts and all of that for doing the same. Okay, a guy and a lady will do something, but we will all say, oh my god, that lady is a slut. How about the guy? Why don't we think about the guy? Like, Eve says, yes, I want to know what I'm getting. Okay, so it's like a road drive. It's a road drive, is like a testing, like testing. Woo. What if she says no? What if she does not want that? Then it should be the same, both sides, like okay, but you know what is, like, I think when you get to that level, like when you're already being intimate with somebody, you should maybe you'd maybe want to get married to them or something. I don't know. Explorer says that is normal to think that way, to think that ladies are sluts while the guys that they were with are not. Interesting. Jack says yes. Let me know why. Should ladies be intimate with men they are not married to? Yes. Why? And also, should guys be intimate with women that they are not married to? Jack, you retracted your message, but I had already read it. Eve says, marriages go bad over that. Ooh, okay. Intimacy. You know, at the beginning of relationship, both everybody is interested. You know, everybody is interested, but you know, inside the relationship, the marriage can kind of like dry out, or like maybe people stop getting interested in each other intimately or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, because of course I have never been. I don't know how it works out, if you just lose interest in the people that you're with or what happens. But anyone who's been married here to tell us. Sada says, now I'll have to start reading from the laptop. Who benefits more from marriage is, yes, depends on the person. It can be only one of them or both. Maybe with the right motives, both, I guess. Okay. As I think, I would also say yes. Most scenarios, one person is benefiting more, but most of the time, I think in most places, and I'm not talking about the places where uh, everybody's getting equal chances. I'm talking about the countries where women are not getting chances. It's like you're doing everything, and then this person is just there saying, "Oh, I'm providing everything for you. Like I'm giving up everything for you. Like all of those things. Like I'm putting myself out there. Who wants to hear that? I had somebody say that whoever feeds you controls you. Ooh, I guess depends on the person. In your country or in the Balkans, who benefits more from marriage? Tyler Reed says, no, it's lust, not real love. Ooh, no. So, do you think men should be intimate with the ladies that they're not married to? Just flipping the question around. And keep liking the live stream, guys. And if you're enjoying this, subscribe. Make sure you stay to the end. If it says intimacy is important in marriage, is important. Okay, I think it should be. That's why you have most people maybe in marriages feeling like they should go outside and get something. Explorer says, you said what you said. I never said that. Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah, I said that. But you know what? I asked the question. You said, what did you say? You said something and I kind of flipped the question. Why you can, okay. Okay, I'm getting to you all's thing. Intimacy is important in marriage. You said what you said. I never said that. My original question didn't post or statement. Yeah, try to use more thoughtful words. Sex is important in marriage. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, what was the original question was, should women sleep with men they are not married to? I think yes. If men are allowed to sleep with women they are not married to, then even women should have the same. I feel like women should have the same type of. It should be a free thing. Yes. So my answer is yes. Yeah. Hopefully that posted. Yeah, it did. Explorer says yes. You heard that. When you can't answer, you must flip. No, and I'm not just flipping. I just answered you. Should ladies be intimate with men that they are not married to? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think absolutely, because you're not gonna do a double standard thing. If if men are getting the chance to like sleep around before getting married, then ladies should also do. And also, if you all think that men should get a chance to experiment, then also ladies should be given the same chance. Yes. Oh, of course, that's my opinion. We asked first, and oh, what the F is this pin? Haha. We asked first and it will not change. Okay, it will not change. So I answered your question. So that says, well, I don't know who benefits. It depends on them. Mostly it goes, the husband provides, the wife takes care of the house. But also there are couples where they both work. So I guess it's flexible. Depends with the scenario. I think so. If the sleeping is fine, they are just sleeping, right? Oh, that's why I'm saying intimate. Who said men should do that? I didn't say that. I don't know why you're becoming so defensive. Oh my god, are you listening to the same things that I'm saying, my good friend over there? Are you listening to me? Everyone needs sleep. CJ, my good friend, how are you doing? Hey, one boy, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. What's your contribution to this topic? Because these people are just telling me that I am flipping the question. Expert says, "Oh, did the men you choose always do so?" Oh my God! See what you're doing? You're asking a question, okay? So, and what does that have to do with the men that I choose? Okay, like they can do whatever they want, you know, and I can do whatever I want. Sarah says this confirms the observation I had that women and men reflect each other. Yeah, there's no way that you're gonna be there. There's something we say in Swahili. I don't know how to translate that. How do I translate that? I don't know how to translate that. There's a problem when you think in another language and you're trying to speak another language. But basically, it's like you're not gonna be out there misusing your body and then expecting to get fresh goods. No, it should be the same. No, and I feel like it's very wrong for men who have been out there 50 body count and then you're looking for women who are quote unquote I don't know if I can say that with YouTube, but quote unquote, you're looking for a woman who's not been out there like that with zero body count. It does not make sense, in my opinion. Okay. Tyler is just getting surprised. Sarah Washington, how are you doing, Sarah Washington? Men don't get pregnant, so that's why they can be able to sleep around or like. Okay, I see that perspective, and I think that's why in African societies is very they pretty much what is it called? They pretty much discourage women having intimate relationships with people that they are not married to. You know why? Because there can be a child that comes out of that situation. So by having men, but we are all digital these days. I see, it's very obvious. Okay, it's very obvious. You know so much, Explorer. Sarah says, if some women say they should experiment, I guarantee lots of men will get offended. Then that's the issue. Both men and women should respect each other. Okay, and that's and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like you're not gonna sit here when you ask a question. Okay, you think men should experiment. When I say women should also experiment, you shouldn't get upset when I say that. Just a question. If Star says, I'm gonna go get some chocolate. Okay. Don't go away. Haha. I'm still here. Sarah says men should be loyal to moral standards and women as well. And there are people of both genders who have discipline and ones who lack it. Yeah. See, it's all about, and we are talking about before marriage. Okay, should you preserve yourself for marriage? Okay, maybe that should be the next question. We should respect each other, leave the gender differences a little away and focus on our humanity and respect each other. But the thing is, that will never work out because there are people who think that they are better than others. So that's why the conversation about gender is so deep. Expert is 50 we see, okay? If that's what you want to believe, 50, that's what we're talking about. Sarah Washington says, no woman should be another man experiment, especially a ratio experiment. Woo, God, say that again. You know, no woman should be. But also, I feel like, okay, if you're experimenting, let the person know that you're experimenting. Stop being there giving people hope. Oh, I'm gonna marry you. You know, you're gonna be my forever. Doing that is just crazy. Like, if we are in the experimenting mode, let's just experiment. Okay. Well, you know, I've always said this personally. When I was in university, I honestly did not want to be in relationships. For me, the seriousness of a relationship is too much. Okay. And in such scenarios, you should let people know that I do not want to be in relationships. That's not what I'm looking for. So you should, yeah. So I see, yeah. Eve says morals are human construct. They are arbitrarily in many cases. Sarah says, respect your body. Both men and women. Both men and women. If you're gonna say, okay, we are gonna say to women that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. How comes the man's body is not a temple of the Holy Spirit? If my body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, then his body should also be a temple. That includes not smoking, doing push-ups, okay? Ooh, not smoking. Haha. Wow. Should you preserve yourself for marriage? Explorer says, yes, you should save yourself for marriage. Have you saved yourself for marriage? Explorer. Sarah Washington says, exactly. Tony Mura, how are you doing? Eve says, you were kissing boys? When? In university or where? Sarah says, Sarah says, don't be an experiment, period. Respect your body. Oh my God, you are getting that. Okay, you too. No, and first of all, you have to realize that in the position that I'm in as a host of this show, I wear shoes, like, I say things to be in the perspective, or like, for example, like what I'm saying. Okay, if men are going to be experimenting, then women should also be able to test or to experiment the men. Okay, I don't want you all to flip this and say that I said, you are right. Sadar says, well, for a believer, we should preserve our bodies first of all, out of respect towards God. And he said intimacy should be with married people, then also for our own happiness, even if we will not get married. Wow. Okay, so in Christianity, you should preserve yourself for marriage. Okay, for those of you who do not go to church, should you preserve yourself for marriage? Your son caught up on men and women. Makes sense. Eve says marriage is for children, families. Marriage is for children, families. In that sense, you should preserve yourself to be as healthy as possible for your family. Okay. For children, families. In that sense, you should preserve yourself to be as healthy as possible for your family. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Expert says, yes, YouTube is great. They spread the truth. You can repent. Let's all do so right now. And why do you have to spam the chat? You can type that in one sentence, my good friend. Whew. Okay, should you? So I think everybody everyone here is saying that you are preserving yourself for marriage. Good for you. So that says, this doesn't mean temptation will not exist, but Bible says the unmarried ones should then fight against improper desires and focus on the things that will build them as people and make God happy first. Let me tell you all, there's something that really pisses me off when it comes to this. Okay, now we are sitting here because I said, okay, and I like the way, Sadar, you're explaining, because you're explaining why in the context of the Bible. Okay, but I feel like most people who are believers, okay, I feel like most people who are believers want to hide behind religion. You want to sit here and say that everybody who is in here who is Christian, okay, you want to say that you are you are preserving yourself for marriages. You've never gotten involved in anything. That's what you want. But that's, for me, that's not what I believe in. I believe in honesty and being true. Okay, I might be a Christian, but no, most Christians are not preserving themselves for marriage, unfortunately. Okay, let's not sit here and say that, oh, we are all preserving ourselves for marriage. Praise the Lord. Not in a bad way, but I'm just saying that's something that pisses me off about believers. It's like, pretty good, very well, that you've done the things that you're talking about, and you're just gonna sit here, judge people, Chocolate covered caramelized cashews. Oh God, that sounds good. That sounds very good. Explorer says, no, I'm not native English speaker. Who did I ask that? My language is much older, and I'm not a native English speaker, but I speak. Blue Stroke says, I think it's very beneficial for women to save themselves for the man they want to end up with. Do you think it's beneficial for men to save themselves up for the marriage they want in the future, or for their future women? And they are angry because, no, they're angry because they didn't do it right. First of all, there's no measure for who did it right or who didn't. Okay, there's no measure for like who is preserving themselves for marriage and who is not, you know. So there's no measure for that, my good friend. And I don't think anybody is upset. Okay, and if you're upset, is your call to maybe go and repent according to your beliefs, you know. Is your call to go and say, you know, because I don't know, you all want to be judges here on earth. You know, the Bible speaks against that, you know, and that's something that really like makes me feel so bad about like hiding behind this Christianity thing and even Islam. My opinion, if say sex outside of marriage is fine, learn to do it well for your future partner. Just keep yourself healthy for your future wife. Okay. Okay, that should not be your motive, like practice for your future partner. That should not be your motive. But you're not going to, okay, in my opinion, I feel like there should be something more. For example, there are people who go down a road for celibacy. I have been down that road, a road for celibacy for your own self, because like when you're getting involved with people is contaminating. It's you have to always wonder, oh my god, then what? So I encourage celibacy, okay, but we're not gonna sit here and act as if everybody who is saying this, so everybody who is saying this here judging people for that. So you want to say that you all have never been intimate in any type of form and you're preserving yourself for marriage? Is that what you want to say? Blue Stroke says, I think it's also okay. No, I need to read Eve Stewart. The message came before that. Don't smoke, don't get fat, don't be a bad example. Okay. Ooh, you know, so somebody here is saying, oh, preserve yourself for marriage, and you smoke. Okay, preserve yourself for marriage and you masturbate every night, you know. You know, so even that, okay, preserve yourself for marriage, but there's other things that you're doing, back there. So I think we are all sinners who judge others for sinning differently, right? There can be people who hide behind it or are hypocrites, but it's only one thing saying and not doing, and saying, trying your best to do the right thing. Even if you fall, get up and do better. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, it's just so unfair for people who hide behind religion, any type of religion. I don't care if it's Hindu, I don't care if it's Christianity or Islam. It's very unfair for people to sit here and hide behind religion. That is just some bull crap, you know. Very, very unfair. Very, very unfair. I have seen, and I'm not naming names, but I have seen, okay, and this, if you're Muslim here, forgive me, I have seen Muslim women who because they're supposed to preserve themselves for marriage, who prefer to do, I don't know if you can say that, but anal sex, so that when it comes to time for you to for the marriage, you're still gonna be, quote unquote, a virgin, you know. But you know, so stuff like that. Why? Okay, and then you're here saying, oh, preserve yourself, and you've been doing, you've not, okay, you know. God, I'm shaking. Sarah Washington says no. Not what was the question? Should you preserve yourself for marriage, or should ladies be intimate with men they are not married to? Huh. Tell us what the Bible says. I don't have to. What if I'm not a believer? Eve says it depends too. Okay, and I'm not saying that I am Christian and whatever, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what the Bible says. You're not gonna interrogate me like that. Okay, just because I said if men are exploring, then women should also explore. Eve says it depends too on location. In the US, we have ample access to birth control. In other areas, young women in their teens get pregnant due to lack of resources. That creates a different perspective, okay? And I can tell you for sure, most places there is access to birth control. For example, here in Kenya, there is access to birth control, but you know what? There's lack of information, and there's ignorance. Okay, so let's say you are going to this church that is telling you the Lord says that you should have children to the maximum. You know, you're not you're supposed to allow your body to produce as much as possible, because you're told, quote unquote, you're here to reproduce and fill the earth. You know, so it's not like, and I don't want you all to sit here and think that poor countries or third world countries do not have birth control. Tell me somebody from Africa, if you're from any African country, tell me if there's no access to birth control in your country. There is, okay? But the problem is the information and maybe the religion that people are signing up for. And that can have a very limiting factor with people, you know. I have seen so many people who maybe they don't even believe in going to the hospital because the Lord is supposed to heal you, you know. There's so many things, and that's why I keep saying that, like, for religious leaders, especially the misleading ones, okay, make sure you're telling people the right thing, because you can't tell people, oh my God, the Lord put you here to fill the earth, and when they are filling the earth, you're not in their house to help them with these children, okay? If anything, you're just over there judging them, you know. Eldad, how are you doing, Eldad? Welcome to the lunch. They should not be intimate, but they are nowadays, okay? Okay, is that heartbreaking or what? Okay, and I hope you're saying both ways. Should men preserve themselves, and should women preserve themselves? I hope you're not just sad because women are not preserving themselves. I hope you're sad because even men are not preserving themselves. So that's it. And if someone preserves themselves for marriage but fail and then try to find a wife or husband, at least they should be very honest to their potential partner about it. Okay, I think right now in the current generation, you already have this assumption. You already have this assumption that, like, you're not expecting that. Honestly, you're not expecting for them to, like, have preserved themselves. So it's like, it's not even a conversation. Maybe it's still okay. It also depends with the culture. And yeah, I don't know. Expert says, well, you must have. Also, you saw that. Okay, no, like, okay, when it comes to birth control, I am a community developer by profession. I am a social worker by profession. So when it comes to seeing that, I have a lot of exposure when it comes to that. Okay, those are the type of stuff that social work here. You know, social work in other countries is all about placing children in the right care, caring for elders. Out here, social work is even bringing information to young girls. Okay, so yeah, so by you saying that, I can see what you're trying to do is, like, have this thing that you're insinuating, but I have information on that. I am a social worker. Eve says, where are there where are these Muslim? Perhaps I should find one. Oh, I don't know where you're gonna find them, but you're so funny. When did we have hospitals? Okay, at least we have hospitals in Kenya, and I'm not gonna sit here, you know, something that I'm not, and I think most people like the fact that I talk about Africa in good light. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and tell people there's no hospitals in Africa so that you all can feel sad for us. No, we have these facilities. They might not be enough, okay, but they're there. Okay, when it comes to family planning, there is access to that. Okay, it's just lack of information. That's the problem, you know. Eve says, I like a nice loose woman who is easygoing and just allows herself to live. Okay, no hang. Nice loose woman, but I don't think that's a good way to describe women. Loose, okay. How about when a woman says, I like a nice loose man? Woo! Okay, maybe this is for the married people. It's like, would you marry again if your current marriage ended? Haha. And I know this question can only be answered by a few, those who are married, but I'm gonna put it out there, and then I'm gonna have another question for the unmarried. Explorer says, so when did we have hospitals? Well, there is hospitals. I'm not gonna sit here and tell people that there's no hospitals in Africa, okay? Because we keep talking about that. Oh my God, we need, Africa needs to be shown in different light, But what do? Keep saying that like we don't have things that we have. Would you marry again if your current marriage ended? How? I don't know how it ended. Maybe in good terms. I've never been married, so me too. So I think that question is maybe mostly for the married ones. Okay, another question. Would you still want marriage if society removed all the pressure? Nobody said there's no hospitals in Africa. Okay. That's your creation. Oh my God. You know what? The more you keep saying this thing, you're literally, Everton Watson, Jamaica, Africa Love. How are you doing, Watson? Welcome to the live stream. And also we have a bunch of questions that are starting debates here. Should ladies and gentlemen be intimate with men they are not married to? From Jamaica, all the way from Jamaica. One love. If truth hurts, block me. I don't have time for blocking you. I don't have time for blocking you. Men should not do it. Women should not do it, okay? Okay, so then that's your perspective, and it's totally fine, it's totally fine. Okay, do women lose their freedom in marriage? Okay, let me type that on the screen. Do you all guys feel like, do women lose freedom in marriage? Your opinion. And you don't have to be married to know this. Maybe from your perspective, the examples of marriages that you've seen in your life. No, what's marriage? It's marriage. You tell me. I have one. Okay. Do women lose freedom in marriage? Da, 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 da. Okay, you can. I have, and I can tell you. Tell me. Okay. In what region? All around. All around. In what? Oh, in what culture? Maybe let's say in African countries. Maybe let's say in Middle East. So I can tell you simply, okay? And kindly, if you can type Stop spamming the chat. Type one sentence, one continuous sentence, please. What's not our native language? Okay. English is not my native language, but if I stop speaking in English right now, I can tell you for sure most people here will not understand me. Doesn't matter if you're black or white. Even people in African countries will not understand me if I stop speaking in English right now. So if I stop speaking in English and I speak my mother tongue, even some people here in Kenya will not be able to understand me. So Aditya says, hi, I love your hair. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Where are you watching me from? Do you think men and women should preserve themselves for marriage? Abrara Lincoln says, hello. Hello, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. How is it going? How are you doing, Gali? Great, great. Should men and women preserve themselves for marriage? Express says, you don't like the way I type. I didn't say that I don't like the way you type. I just told you you can type in one sentence. Like, instead of spamming the chat, just maybe write one thing. That's the only thing that I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're not typing well. I'm just saying type one thing, you know, because when you spam the chat like that, then it's like, Emma Shinobi says, please send me your father's phone number. Haha. How are you doing, Shinobi? It says, I think some in the chat don't understand you regardless. Okay. Why? Maybe because, is it the accent? Is it like people just don't want to understand or what? You know, explore, especially if you're not from Kenya. When I decide to start speaking here the mother tongue, you cannot understand me. I am Abral Ali Khan from Pakistan here. Okay, thank you so much. Do you think women and men should preserve themselves from marriage? Eddie there says, no, women shouldn't lose freedom in marriage. Okay. It's easy how we get away from what marriage is. Well, you talk a lot and I answer a lot. Okay, fair enough. It's meant. Aditya says, my mom's friend sacrificed everything for her family. She sacrificed everything for the family. Okay, yeah, I have seen women, especially in my village. I have seen so many women who have given everything to have a family, you know. I have seen women who have sacrificed their goals and dreams. You know, there's another live stream that I said, in another lifetime or in another life, let's say your mother never gets married, you're not born, but you know what, she goes after her dreams. Maybe she becomes what she wanted to become. That's just maybe midnight thoughts or something. How do you know? I won't understand, because I tell you for sure you will not understand, especially if you're not Kenyan. You will not understand. Are you a feminist? I don't know, you tell me. Am I? No, but I don't like identifying myself as a feminist. No, if anything, we just hear, you know, I think some of you who just showed up for the first time here, surprised that we talk about so many things here, okay? I have been advocating for Africa. We've been talking about a bunch of stuff, okay? But what we're not gonna do is tell me the things that I have seen or experienced in my life. We're not gonna sit here and when I talk about the women in my village that I saw them suffering in the hands of their husbands and they kept staying and they're still married to death, we're not gonna sit here and when I tell the story of my parent, and you know, we're not gonna sit here and act like that is bad. No, because that needs to be told, okay? If anything, we should remind ourselves that, okay? Heck yeah, I'm probably considered a feminist, okay? Because people want to sit here and say if you advocate for women, then that's such a bad thing, you should never advocate for that. you know. Like, no. And it's always people who maybe have even seen their relatives, their parents, their mothers struggle in the hands of men. But whew, so you think mothers would rather chase dreams than raise their child? I'm not saying that because I know my mother would never consider chasing her dreams instead of raising children. But all I'm saying is that would have been way better for her instead of, okay, I love my life. I love being here. I appreciate so much for being brought here. But it's like, honestly, thinking about it, she would have done so much better without us. Okay, she would have become so many things. She wouldn't have lived. What is the reward of only your whole lifetime? What is the reward of only having like 10 years at the end of your life? Okay, because especially if you're not only having one child, you're having like five. Like for us, we are five. It's like you have to sacrifice yourself until all these five children are out of the house. So what is the reward? Okay, and this is me just speaking out. I'm not saying that our mothers would rather chase their dreams. I'm saying they just chose what they chose. But if maybe, have you ever thought if maybe your mother went in a separate path? Have you ever thought if she waited a little bit? Okay, have you ever thought? I think, I think so much, especially, if your mother have had a good life in her marriage or in the marriage that she have or whatever, if she's had a good life, then you have no business thinking about that, because how would you think about her chasing her dreams? Okay, but if you've seen your mother not becoming the woman that maybe she would have become, if you've seen your mother not standing up for yourself, I know you know what I'm talking about. What's your dreams and how did they become? Fire is starting. Oh, fire is starting. Okay, what's your dreams and how did they become? I have lots of dreams, but I don't think we can cover them in one video. It's gonna burn. So that's it. But I mean, depends what do you mean by freedom. For both men and women applied, if freedom is a twisted kind, well, I mean, all married people should be loyal and have liberty in doing good things. I mean, yeah, I know that, and I feel that's what's supposed to be. But freedom in the sense of most women, okay, and I'm talking about where I come from, or like the women that I've seen, okay, it's like, you want to go somewhere, hang out with your friends, then you have to borrow permission or ask for permission, okay? We are talking about women who do not earn a dime, okay? And when you want something, you have to bend over there begging somebody, you're gonna, no. That's the type of freedom, that financial freedom, emotional freedom, mental freedom, being able to think for yourself and make a decision. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, so your mother's life is better without you? Not exactly, but maybe it would have been better, maybe it would have, I don't know, but maybe she would have changed. What would she become? She would become whatever the heck she wants to become. She would chase her dreams. She would become, let's say, she would become a doctor. She would become an I don't even want her to become something great, okay? I just want her to be herself, okay? I just don't want her to be stuck in a situation just because she has children. No. Explore says, well, if my mother didn't have me, she could be Michael Jackson. And we know you guys worship false idols. If your mother, yeah, she could nowhere near close. Sahani, where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Eve says, I liked Janet Jackson, okay? Have you seen their story? Okay, for example, look at Joe Jackson, okay? And I don't know how we got here. We are so random on this chat. Okay, look at Joe Jackson, okay? The type of things that he used to do to his children, okay? Like, all these things that they had to go through. You can see the type of trauma. Even Michael talked about the trauma that they endured in the hands of this man. See, so that's what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Um, so you need permission, or who did that to you? Who did? Oh, I am just so tired and annoyed with you, like flipping the question. Who did that to me? Have I ever been married? Mixe or Latoya. Okay, I think I like Janet better. Minxie says hi. Eve says, when Liberia elected a female president, should she have run for president? Didn't she have a family? Okay. I don't know about her. Did she have a family? Who did she become? Okay. Jackie says, you'll get your freedom back when you are dead. Exactly. Okay. Okay, and I'm not saying, I know there are so many women who are married and they're in happy marriage, but most of these women who are in happy marriage are women who are able to like provide for themselves. That's right, and you guys don't want to hear that. Okay, the moment you're depending for everything, you know. Okay. Sada says to Explorer, I don't know how this is related to the topic, but I mean, Michael was a talented artist, but he still was just a human being. So yeah, we shouldn't make an idol of him. Okay. And he talked about his personal problems, talked about the experiences growing up, yes, let's learn how you learned what you did. I'll stop ignoring your chat very soon. Adriana says, hey from Transylvania. Ooh, wow. How Adriana? How are you doing? How I learned about Mr. Joe. I have listened to interviews that Michael did. Okay, they are all over the place. Do some research. He says, I think she did. Okay. Adriana says people has feminine issues. No, it's just like, I'm just saying, in another life, I'm not born, I'm not here, but my mom gets to live out her dreams, and somebody's pissed off for me saying that, so you grew up where, and you care. Okay, if so I grew up where, and I care about these people, care about which people, like right now the world is a global village. Okay, I can tell you for sure, here in the chat, I have people from US, I have people from Kenya, I have people from South Africa, United States, Europe. So how that's my business? I make whatever I want to be my business. Care about what people? You grew up where, and you care about the Jacksons? Yeah, I think that's what he's asking. Why do I care about the Jacksons? Like, this whole auntie or whatever, people like me, there are even people who keep saying that, like, oh, stop speaking in English, don't you know your mother tongue or whatever. I'm gonna speak in English, because the thing is, you are used to hiding back there, and then saying, oh, there are people who are talking about Africa, there are people who are representing Africa, there are people who are talking bad things about Africa, while you have a voice, and you cannot come out here and talk anything that can be heard. So I'm gonna care about whatever that I want to care about. Next question. Oh my god. Fire. No, you like that. It's burning. Okay, who's talking bad things about Africa? Yeah. Oh, the fact that you're so consistent on like pissing, you do not give up, do you? Wow. Okay, if you could redesign marriage completely for modern life, what would you change first? Oh, experts is like, did you know Senegal just made it 10 years in jail for being gay? How is that supposed to help me? Are you protesting that, or what are you talking about? Like okay. Giancarlo says, "Ciao. If there is true love, women do not lose." Okay. Okay, that's a good perspective. Thank you. That's a good perspective. If there is true love, women don't lose because the person that they are with cares about what they see, they think, or what they feel. Okay. Why am I? My typing skills are just. If you could. Uh. Wow, the name is John Charles. Oh, John Charles Shaw from Italy. Okay, good to see you. If you could redesign marriage completely for modern life, what would you change first? Let's hear about this. Modern life, right? The life that we are living right now. I feel like most of the rules that we use when it comes to marriage are still even what the society expects. These are still rules that have been there for years. Okay, what people have believed, like what people have followed in so many years. So yeah, what is modern life? The life we have right now. See, there is there's, like, let's say, the middle ages. There's right now, there's 21st century, this the 20th century, and going back, as so if you could redesign marriage completely for modern life, what would you change first? Okay, I think I would make it completely illegal. I think it would be a felony. If I could redesign marriage completely for modern life, for me it will be the rules that govern marriage. Okay, I think I would make it a felony to when it comes to domestic violence and abuse. That would literally become a felony, and that's something that I would make sure happens. So what I would do, mostly I wouldn't change marriage because I like the position of a man and a woman in a marriage. Okay, but the rules that govern and what the government will take, um, the rules that protect the people in the marriage should be, I think that's what needs to be adjusted. uh, Explorer says we need to be we need to be faithful. You want us to run around? Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do, Mr. Explorer. It says it's still the Middle Ages in Yemen. Ooh, is that modern life? Haha, I don't know. Because what you saw, well, careful with that. Mm. Explorer says sounds like Islam. Mm. Sounds like Islam. Okay. DV becomes a political issue. People get charged without a lot of investigation. We've had big problems with that here in the US. Okay. No, like, still out here is still not like such a huge. Okay, it's taken seriously, but sometimes you'll go to report something you'll go to report something and it's like, okay, and then maybe your case will just die out. But yeah, I wouldn't say that people, I wouldn't say like it's such a huge issue. Honestly, it depends with the country. It honestly depends with the country. When it comes to US, there are rules that are governing that. Screw politicians. Still, we love the feminine who became sad. Still a human. Lord. Okay, am I allowed to look on my laptop? Am I allowed to type something without talking? Oh my god. I'm free as an unmarried man. If we can't confess our sins here, where? Oh, okay. If we can't confess our sins here, where? Okay, confess your sins. Confess. I view that as freedom. Okay. Being unmarried. Okay. For you, being unmarried is freedom. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what you'll explore. I don't know what you'll think when I tell you that I don't want children, because I can already tell that you're such a judgy person. So when I tell you I don't want children, I know you'll say, "Oh my God, may the fire strike you," or whatever. And little do you know if you're married. Someone Tripura says, "Hey, I am Bangladesh." Ooh, okay, okay. Get that fire started again. Okay, I literally had to calm it down because I was getting upset. Okay, so I was just saying, for you explorer, when you realize that like I don't want children, I don't know what you'll say to that. Oh my God, you're the hugest sinner. Um, because according to you, you should wait until marriage. So I wonder what else you think that should be done the right way. The Lord put you here to procreate. Wow. Who said you're the hugest sinner? I didn't say that, but that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying that I'm promoting people to go around, to go and be intimate with everybody. You literally hate being moral. No, I do not hate being moral. I just hate being told, because you're just there saying all type of stuff. Oh. Okay, you're just there, and I think the problem is you're not used to like people having their own perspectives. Okay, you're not used to like you heard that you're not red. You heard that I'm I'm not red. Red like, oh, you mean red? I heard that the fact that I'm not red. Okay, let me just stop that. Oh my God, who is this? Like, and where did you show up from? Because God. Oh wow, today I cannot just say anything in peace. Usually I'm able to say stuff and get away with them, but today is like, do you mean I hate the fact that I'm not red? What does you called? What does that mean? Where can you find out? Shariah says, look like you're married. No, I'm engaged. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, you're talking about Eve Stewart. Okay. Do women lose freedom in marriage? Also, there's something else that we've been going here back and forth. should men and women be able to practice? Should men and women be able to be intimate before marriage? Okay, is it completely a sin? Is it completely like, oh my god, no? Oh god, that's the right time for you to go to start spinning. It's funny to me, okay? I hope I'm back live because this thing. Jay Symphony says, what do you mean by losing freedom? Let me ask you, do you lose freedom when you go to work and your boss tells you what to do? It is about order. When you are married, you are bound to your husband, okay? Okay, no, but it's like okay, it's like, okay, when it comes to job, it's like when you do the right thing, then you're free, okay? But I kind of feel like for some women, look at Middle East, look at everywhere else. Women have to second doubt themselves in marriage, okay? It's like when you sign up for a marriage, it's like you're signing up for you're signing up. It's like you're giving your rights to make decisions for yourself away. It's like you're giving a key away, you know. Eve says most guys who show up in here immediately ask about whether you're married. Yeah, those from US never ask. Okay. Yan says do not get intimate because eventually mother have the burden. What if you have access to birth control? Okay, so, and I see in most societies the whole thing of like women should not get intimate before marriage is about women not getting burdened before marriage, you know. So what if you have access to birth control and you can be able to control that? JC 46 is about order, understanding. You show respect to your husband, to God, by submitting yourself as a woman to your husband. And I hope that man also submits to me. He better submit, because honestly, you can only lead me, you can only expect respect if you're giving me respect, okay? The whole thing of like, oh, you shall submit to your husband, and maybe I'm just saying this because I'm not married, okay? But let me tell you, in my world is a two-way, okay? You submit, I submit, okay? You respect, I respect. Because this whole thing that we usually misuse, reading religious scripts and reading them to favor us, okay? For example, think about it when it comes to, and I'm not questioning, when it comes to Islam, whereby a man is allowed to have 4 women and the woman is only allowed to have that one man that he's sharing with 4 women. In that context, I am pretty sure, like, how can I see it and be told that no, I don't care if I believe in, if I'm Islam or I'm what. No, we're not doing that. So for me, it's all about okay. Eve says, are you submitting to your fiance? No, I'm respectful, and I submit as far as he submits, and I respect as far as he's respectful, okay? I'm not gonna straight up disrespect him and expect him to respect me back. No, I'm not gonna straight up not submit and expect him to submit. So it's a two-way traffic for me. Like in my world, it's a two-way traffic, because the moment you met me, I am a grown-up, I have that attitude, so it's all about submitting to each other. Okay, I can trust his leadership, okay? I can, you know, but if in our world, it's not about that. It's about, okay, maybe I make suggestions or he makes suggestions, I might consider that or not. At the end of the day, I think there's something that we get confused here. When it comes to marriage, at the end of the day, we are individuals. When it comes to relationships, at the end of the day, we are individuals. And if I'm not feeling like my individual goals are being accomplished, if I'm not feeling like I'm hitting my target as an individual, I cannot become a good person. In general, I cannot become a good fiance, I cannot become a good girlfriend, you know. I somehow don't see that. Oh God, now there's a lot of chat. I don't know what you don't see that. J Symphony says, why are you like this? Even now, you cannot do whatever you want, even as a single woman. There's an order to your life now. There are certain things you cannot do. And I'm not disagreeing. There are certain things that you cannot do. But it's not about being obedient. It's about being respectful. It's about considering the other person. You know, for me, I go on with one principle, okay? You can only tolerate what you... Okay, for me, it's all about... I put myself in the shoes of the other person. Would I want them to do that to me? No. Would I want... So for me, it's all about that. You know, I think you all want women to just be here saying, oh my God, my husband. And you know, you want for us to like be kneeling down while we are serving you all. Yes, my Lord. That's what you want. And when you find out that we are not that, so yeah. No, a man is not supposed to submit to you. A man is not supposed to submit to me, but then I'm not supposed to submit to a man. Okay, I want a leader. When it comes to a man, I want a leader, okay? The man should be able to lead, okay? He should be the man, but that does not mean that, oh, I'm submitting whether he takes me to River Jordan or takes me south or north. No, I'm going to submit as far as I'm being led in the right direction. Okay, and that's something that you guys don't like. Is like, immediately after the altar, immediately when you have a wedding after the altar, you want to like sit there and now control everything. You want to be the executor, you know? That's not how life works these days, unfortunately. Maybe you... JC, but he says, girl, you... Just because you feel a certain way, that does not mean that's the way things work. And boy, just because you feel a certain way does not mean that's how it's supposed to work. Okay, I can say that with everything. Whenever you say something, I can flip it around. Like the fact that you feel like women are supposed to submit blindly without looking, it does not mean that women are supposed to submit like that. Okay, the fact that if I feel that men are supposed to respect women, does not mean that they're supposed to respect them. So, okay. Okay, Eves. Okay, women are supposed to submit to their husband, but husbands can't submit to their wives. Okay, and see what they do is like when a husband is submitting, when a husband is respectful to their wife, you know what they call such a man? A simp. Okay, you call such a man a simp. You know, a man who loves his wife loudly, a man who is gentle with his woman. You know what they call that man? A simp. That's what they call that man. Okay, you know, I think most men are used to toxic masculinity. So, oh, you're used to a particular type of masculinity that, yeah. And I am so sorry. For most people expect African women to be, you expect to like find somebody. Okay, I always say this, okay? Look for people, okay, when you're looking for a relationship, make sure you make what you want. Make sure you make that known, okay? You want somebody, make sure you make that known, okay? Because, for example, somebody signing up with me, I'm very loud about the things that I believe in, okay? Within the first 2 hours of speaking with me, you know the things that I've been through. You know the things that I believe in. So, yeah. Here comes the fire, big fire. JC Puri says, a man is not supposed to submit to a woman. A man is supposed to love a woman and show leadership. A woman is supposed to submit to her. You follow his instruction. You care for the home. You uplift him. You cook. Okay. Why can't he submit and also love? And why can't the woman why can't the woman also submit and love him? Okay. My instructions might suck badly. Okay, Mark, good to see you, Mark. Hey, bye. You always say that, okay? Hopefully you had a good day and good night. Big fan. Always a raging fire today. No, no, it's just because people are triggering me. Okay? It's because like I'm saying something and then everybody thinks that it's wrong. Okay? A woman is supposed to submit to a man, and then a man is not supposed to submit. Okay? A man can have 4 women, married to all of them legally, and the woman cannot do that. Like, can you all see the double standards right there? You know? Huh. Okay, let me type the next question. How many hours? Oh my god, I've already been streaming for 2 hours. I'm trying to think what instructions I'm supposed to give to a wife. Okay, you're supposed to tell her not to hang out with people. She's supposed to come to you to ask you for permission to go somewhere. You're supposed to all this nasty stuff. Okay, she's supposed to tell. Okay, of course that's basic knowledge. Of course you're going to be respectful to your person. You're gonna tell what instructions, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, it's all if you want control. It's like that's the only reason I can't see the instruction. The instructions that you're supposed. What instructions? Okay, what instructions? Is your wife a child? That's another thing. If your wife is your wife a kid, I think you give instructions to children, not to grown women. Just listen to me, okay? Just listen. When you submit to your man, that's showing him respect. Okay? When your man love you and show leadership, that's him showing you respect. You understand? Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I understand that, okay? When you submit to your man, that's showing him respect. When your man love you and show leadership, okay. How about when he's giving instructions and he thinks that I'm not following the instructions? What is supposed to be my punishment? Because when it came to going to school, if the teacher gave instructions and you never followed the instructions, there was a punishment. Okay, so that's the thing that I'm asking. What is the repercussion when you don't follow the instruction? Can you help think? Okay, I'm trying to think what instructions is a man supposed to give to the wife. Is that what you want to avoid in your marriage? Is that how your fiance is supposed to be? Is that what you expect? No, I don't expect to be given instructions, okay? But you know what I expect? I expect to be loved, okay? I expect to give respect, okay? I expect to love. I expect to I expect to be okay, what do I expect? Okay, I am going to submit, right? Okay, but he also have to submit. Okay, and it's not in the sense of like now I'm sitting on top of his head or I'm sitting on his mouth. You know, it's not in that perspective. It's in the perspective of we all we. It's in the perspective of like we are all respecting each other. You know, like it's in the perspective of um yeah, I know you understand. It's in the perspective of a healthy relationship. That's the perspective that I'm talking about. Oh my god, it's already one. English is my first language. Yeah, first fingers. English is my first language. Okay. Oh god, okay, I don't wish it was, but I gotta say, on this live stream, sometimes I'm thinking about something in my local language and I wanna say it, and then when I translate, it loses the meaning or the weight that I wanted it to have. So, okay. So most of us who English is not our first language, we think in other languages and then we translate. Well, that's how I'd redesign marriage. Give better instructions. Okay. Give okay. Interesting. This is Jay says, as a woman, you're not supposed to give your husband instructions. However, you may suggest something to him, give him good advice that will benefit the relationship or the marriage. Okay. Okay. Is he supposed to give me instructions? That's a question. First question. Is your husband supposed to give you instructions? Another thing, is he supposed to tell you what you're supposed to do with your life or not? Is he supposed to say, oh, you can do this, you cannot do that? Okay. And if he can be able to do that, why should I not do it back? Or why should I not also tell him, okay, I don't like when you do that? Okay. So I think the question is, as a woman, you're not supposed to give your husband instructions, but is he allowed? That's the question. Is he allowed to give me instructions? What instructions is he supposed to be giving me? Okay. Because this whole double standard going on, this thing that's going on. Okay, a man that respects himself, a man that because you have to understand, in a relationship you guys are two individuals. In my perspective, I think in a relationship, is the reason why you want to feel so much in control is because you want to consider you guys as one. But you guys are two. Okay, when you come together in marriage, you become one. But you have to look at the other person as an individual who have feelings. That's not how my mother did it. My mother was the only person who could give my dad heck. Okay. Okay, and see, even right now, for those people who are married here, okay, I told you all that I've been watching these shows, well, of police chase, and almost all of them, you'll hear the guy when he's in danger. You hear something, oh my god, my wife is going to be so pissed. Why is he saying that? Okay, that's a whole cop. Okay, that's a whole cop. He's out there. He does not fear criminals, but you know, he fears his wife because he cares about her, and like, he cares about her opinion. Okay, so there's all of this like toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is not the real masculinity, my opinion. JC, when he says, obviously I can tell you're not a Christian. Oh my god, where is that coming from? Did not what? JC40 says, obviously, I can tell you are not a Christian. You have not read your Bible regarding the place of a man and woman in marriage. Oh my God. That's why you sound confused. Marriage is not about your feelings. What is it about? Marriage is not about your feelings? What is it about? Okay. What is it? And for I am a Christian. Okay. I may not be so much into, like, I may not have read every other chapter. So what is marriage about if it is not about feelings? And this thing is going dark. So apparently a moment of darkness, a little bit of darkness, and then, ooh, done. What is marriage about if it's not about feelings? Because I honestly, why do you get married if it's not about feelings? Why do you get married? I don't know the first thing about the Bible. Okay. Marriage is not about your feelings. It is an institution. Obviously, you're going to argue with whoever marry you. You don't know the first thing about what a woman places in a marriage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoever is going to... Okay. Then explain to me, it's an institution, okay? But it's an institution that is built out of feelings, right? And for those of you who are typing, make sure you're using words that YouTube supports, because some of these things are not showing up. So don't get offended if I skip your thing. Make sure you're using the correct words, or maybe words that are not gonna get blocked. Kindly. I cannot see. Oh. Okay. Okay, tell me. Okay, somebody send me that Bible verse, Ephesians. Send me that Bible verse. Okay. What Bible verse? Send it to me. No, on the chat. Okay. Um. Wow. There's a lot of things here in the chat. Oh God. Okay. But the Bible is old. It's not modern. It's not a modern text at all. That's like 2000 years ago. Ooh. Okay, Sadaka says, well, look, to not sound too complicated, God designed marriage to make couples happy. Some might not like the idea of a wife listening to husband. Okay. So, because I think you're pretty much aware with the Bible, Sada, because of course you've shown up most on the live stream with the Bible, even with the Bible verse, okay? What do you think? Like, is it supposed to be like the man is just giving instruction? Is it supposed to be like that? It's all about the man giving instructions continuously and him not even listening, okay? Is it supposed to be is it supposed to be like a type of jail for the women? Because if it's all about your feelings as a man, it's about your ego, it's about all of these things. Sarah says, but that's mostly because there's not many good husbands today. Okay, wow. And I feel like the people who are choosing to get married today are really nice people, to be really honest. Even the guys, they are pretty much aware. The men who are getting married today are men who are treating their women very nice. And that's why these men are being called simps, okay? When you care about your woman, when you tell your woman how you feel, you're considered to be a simp. Oh my God, he's being controlled, okay? I think we should have new teachings of what masculinity is supposed to be. You're all in your feelings. Ha ha ha. You're all in your feelings. You are all about what you think. You are self-centered and you think the world revolves around you. You too. You too. You also think the world revolves around you, J Symphony. The world does not revolve around you. And also the world does not revolve around men. Women are also human beings like you. Yeah, the world does not revolve around you and around men. Unfortunately. Haha. This is endlessly entertaining. Okay, does the world revolve around men? The world does not revolve around you guys. Unfortunately. It used to because there were so many women. Actually, there were so many women who were enabling the patriarchy going on. Okay, there are so many women. There are women who even have male children and female children, but they only, because of patriarchy, they only favor their male children. Okay, in those scenarios, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. So haha, the world does not revolve around you, Symphony. Unfortunately, I wish it did. Okay, honestly, I wish the world revolve around me, but of course I know it doesn't. So you didn't say something that I don't know. Sada says, well, violence, wars, and all kinds of wickedness are also old. They exist since the world exists. Bible is still good for people because people still fail at doing the right thing. Wow, that's profound. Oh, where did that go? Eve says, I should be doing something constructive. Okay. Jessica says, do you understand that as a woman, God created you to be a helper to your husband? Yes. Okay, God created me to be a helper to my husband. But does that mean if I'm a helper? And that's something else that I was talking about the other day. Something else that I was talking about the other day. Being a helper does not mean that, because, and this is the same perspective that when people who are hiring, okay, this is the same perspective. Like, a helper should be submissive, a helper should be mistreated. This is I talked about my experience when I went to work as a house help when I was still in my teenage years, and I didn't like the experience. So haha, yes, so does both. Okay, For most of human history, the man stuck it in and then ran off to somewhere else. Oh my god. Oh my. Eve says women were left on their own, usually in groups. Okay, and see, can somebody tell me any country that is mostly matriarchal society? Because most society or most countries are patriarchal. Let me know about a society that's matriarchal. Sadas says no, it's not jail. If a man does a decision that benefits both him and his wife, I suppose a woman wouldn't mind that much if it's beneficial. Yeah, and I know that. Okay, you won't mind, but it's so wrong for us to sit here and say it's supposed to be okay if we are both doing for something that is both beneficial to all of us. Okay, let me read. Dimas typed, okay, Ephesians 5:21, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. One to another. It means husbands and wives submit to each other. You can't just read the part that works for you, and that's exactly what it is. Okay, you can't read the part that you have to read the other part. Okay, and that's one of the problem that we have with the even when it comes to like religion and all of that, people are only reading the parts that favor them. We gotta read the whole thing. Stop reading one sentence and then not reading the other one. You understand. Sarah says, as well, nothing prevents a husband to consider his wife's advice. Yes, so sitting here saying that, like, yeah, he's supposed to consider, and it's like, okay, it's not supposed to be consider, it's supposed to be everybody, both people should be considered, everybody's feelings should be considered. Yes. Yeah. Yes, the truth is clear, just not the real one. What is the real one? Fill us in. Perhaps because of text like the okay, let me keep reading. The writing, perhaps because of text like the Bible, we still have wars. Haha, wow, I've never heard that. It says these guys are mad because the woman isn't listening to them, and that's the problem. Men, and I'm not against men in the least bit. Okay, I have 4 brothers. Okay, I grew up around men. If there's somebody who understands men better, it's me. Okay, I love my fiance. So it's not about like it's like you guys are used to the world revolving around you, and then when you find a woman who is not saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, now you're upset. That's the problem that we are having right here. Okay, wow. Okay, Explore says when you call he shows. Sada says, I help her doesn't mean disrespecting. Another word for wife and husband is partner. Part just collaborate with each other. And actually, exactly, that's what I want to hear. A partner. Okay? Partner. Oh, companion. Like, as if your woman is supposed, okay, your woman is supposed to be your deputy. Some Native American societies are matriarchal. How does do you consider their societies to be successful when they are matriarchal? Eve says Thomas Jefferson, drafter of the Constitution and Bill of Rights, got his ideas from Iroquois Nation. Symphony says, wives submit to your husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as also Christ is head of the church. He is the savior of the body. I don't know if Christ supposed to things, but the problem is you all want to, as Ephesians 5:22. Eve says women had a lot of power among the Iroquois, and they were a warrior society. Okay, You see, and they were, and also peaceful societies with women. They are also peaceful, And I'm not saying, and I don't want you guys to take me out of context and say that, oh my God, I'm saying no. No, what I'm saying is we're not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and agree with what you all are saying just because you guys are saying it, okay? So that says, that part of Ephesians that says about husband and wife role and children listening to parents. Everyone used verses from Ephesians for their own benefit, both husband and wife. And see, even the part where even where parents be obedient. Okay, children obey your parents. Okay, we only read that. Why don't we read the other part where parents are supposed to also not offend their children? Why are we only reading the part that favors us? Because growing up, I never had the other part where parents. What can somebody send me that verse? I don't know what that says. I forgot. You don't understand men. I understand men. I understand men 100%. I do understand men. If there's something that I understand is men. And who said, okay, are you guys so complicated? Are you supposed to be studied in a university? Why is it that we are never learning about men in university as a chapter? Okay, why am I supposed to understand men? Okay, I'm supposed to, you all also should understand women. Yeah, it's not about, it's like, why am I, yeah, it's like the thing is, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but the truth is, most men are women haters. I just said that. You like the idea of having a woman as an object, okay? You like the idea of getting married, but it's not because you're seeing your person as your person. You're just seeing them as an object, okay? An object for your sexual satisfaction, okay? An object for children production. Am I talking the truth? You're seeing them as an object for abuse. You're seeing them as a house help. That's exactly what most men are marrying. Then I didn't either. I'm a man. Okay? You also don't understand men. Okay? Oh, Lord. Sarah says, well, men are also told to love their wives. The head of their wife is the husband, but the head of the husband is Christ. So also husbands should try their best to listen to what Jesus says. Okay? Yeah. So it's like, and let me tell you, when you love your woman, when you love your man, when you love your woman, you don't even care about the whole thing of giving her instructions, to be really honest. Some of you who just see your women as objects it's you who are out here shouting that, because people who really love their women and respect them, when other people are talking about showing your woman excessive care and letting her tell you what to do, you're being controlled. Let me tell you, men who love their women do not think that way, okay? They are okay with being called simps. You look like Rosa Parks. I don't know who is that. As well as just, if African culture, you say you live there, right? It's kind of practices a man can have multiple wives. Do we see that in the Western world that gave us YouTube? No, we do not. Okay, so and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You guys, I am telling you experiences. Okay, my grandfather had 2 wives. Okay, was it successful? Yes, it was successful. Do I think that's how it's supposed to be? Okay, of course. At the end of the day, it's all about personal interest. But it's like these women did not have a choice. That's exactly what they were supposed to do. You have not said one good thing about men in this conversation because you guys are triggering me. Okay, somebody who have been here for a long time, people who've watched me here for a long time, tell me, do we always talk about negative things about them? Because you guys started triggering me when you joined the conversation. You say, okay, especially you, Explorer, I was saying stuff and then you just say the negative of it. Okay, Lord, in this conversation you might have confrontational, argumentative, and disrespect towards man's authority. You have only considered yourself. Okay, I've not considered man's authority. Okay, okay. The thing is, now the thing is, you all want me when you say, "Oh my God, a man should be able to reprimand his wife." You want me to say yes, and I'm not gonna say yes to that. I have lived that experience through other people's experience. So even let me tell you, we can argue until morning and until tomorrow. You cannot defeat me. Okay, and it's not like we are competing when it comes to this topic, but I have seen so many women, and these are not women that I watch on television or I have seen their stories on television. People who are close to me, you know. I know women who have been abused by their men, then they are still married to them. I have seen men who think the whole submitting thing and then they take it out on their women. So I'm not talking about something that I don't know. So, haha. So unfortunately, I had to disregard the man's authority. Explorer says we never really answer if a GM is prevalent where you're from. So what? So what? Man's authority. Okay, God. If man's authority is what's supposed to make me a good person, then I don't want the authority. Okay, no. And I will always speak my mind when it comes to that. When you know, when you speak up, you're not a good woman. When you don't allow people to walk all over you, you're not a good woman. Oh God. Do you realize men have built the world? The house you live in, the chair you sit in, the phone you're using was all made by men. Oh my God! Can you see how you're being a chauvinist? Can you see that? Okay, women have also designed things. First of all, this chair was built by a woman. I bought it from a woman. Okay, this house, there were men and women who built the house. Okay, so okay, and I'm saying the thing is, I know men are stronger than women. Okay, physically. Okay, men are stronger than men. The type of things that men can do, most women cannot do it. Okay. Most things that men can do or maybe lived, most women cannot do. So I am pretty much aware to that, but it's so wrong for us to sit here and say that women are like women are not capable of building stuff. There are women who are CEOs. There are women who have innovated things. Yeah, so you see what I was talking about. You wanting to, most people want their women to be like to be submissive, to be like soft, helpless, soft, helpless. Let me tell you, I can be that. I can be soft and helpless, but in the right places to the right person who is allowing me to be soft and helpless. But it's very unnecessary for you to want somebody to be always soft and helpless. Oh my God, I'm so needy. Can you lift me up? Ephesians 6 forward, I think. Okay, Eve says, I'll send a link to a good video about the Iroquois. They were the Mohawk tribe, fierce warriors. Okay, I would appreciate the link maybe. That's unfortunately too. Lots of people see the opposite gender as the enemies, and instead of focusing on what we have in common and how to cooperate, we focus too much on our differences. Okay. Oh yeah, who is building and who is not? Wives, submit to your own. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is head of the wife, and also Christ is head of the church. Explorer says, but you're not supposed to understand men, yet you claim you do. You're not supposed to understand them. Okay. See, there's something called understanding men's pattern and men's mindset. So that one, I know men's mindset. I know men's mindset. If says one boy, will your fiance have many wives after you are married? No. He's he's American, so that is even not something on the table. And as a person, I would never be a second wife. And even as a first wife, the moment you get married to another person, I'm out of here. Like, you're not gonna come here. You are in another. No, That's not happening. Expresses projection. That's okay. How do we make humans? How do we make humans? You tell me. You seem to have a pretty much good or maybe you have you have an experience of making humans. Marriage has nothing to do with procreation, though. You don't need to be married to have children. Okay, say that out loud, okay? How you know, it's not that you can't conceive if you're not married. It says there's not natural law or prevention, okay, for conception. Wow. Then you was made. Okay, I have no business thinking about how I was made. I don't know many women kicked. I don't know many women kicked my. Okay, so the thing is, women are also doing things. Women are doing things. Okay, Diamas, thank you for sending me the thing. Ephesians 5:21, submitting yourselves one to another. First Peter 5:5, all of you be subject to one another. First Corinthians 7:4, the husbands have not power over his own body, but the wife. Okay, see, it's like, oh, read that again. JC Funny says, unlike you, I appreciate women. Unlike me, I love women. I honor women. My mother is a woman, but also understand that when women understand their role in marriage, it will be a blessing to both. Okay. So the thing that you're saying can also apply. Would you want your mother to be reprimanded? Okay. Is that what you would enjoy seeing? Would you want your sister to be reprimanded by a man that she's seeing? Okay. Explorer says these things about women are what you learned in your culture. Nobody else says. Okay, and you can say all of that. Just flip it the way you want. But not what I learned in my culture. Okay, is what I've seen. Okay, somebody who is Kenyan here and you grew up in this type of, you know, when you talk about patriarchal society, Africa is the god of patriarchal society. Okay, you think you've seen toxic men or you've seen alpha males? You've not been to Kenya, you've not been to Africa. That's where you can find the real people with the toxic masculinity that I'm talking about. It takes what to make a baby. You tell me. You seem to have a lot of information on that. It does. Eve says, but those two don't even need to talk. They can't mate quickly and separate. That's nature. They can mate quickly and separate. That's nature. Okay. Do animals get married? No. Do they have children? Yes. Yes, woman. Actually, you won't be a first wife. You. I will not be a first wife. Wow. you'd be married already. Should I say been? I would be married already. You don't even know. Oh God. You can't get me with that one. I should be married already. You're nobody to tell me when to get married or when not. Yes, marriages should be cherished. Sada says, this is all nonsense. It should be easy. Show respect to one another. If there are issues, then solve them. If we offend each other, to forgive each other. But human ego sometimes is too big. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, okay? It should not be this. Yeah. Because I think what we are talking about, or what we've been talking about for the last, I don't know how long, is all about power dynamic. Oh, who wants to feel huge? Who wants to feel like they have more power? I am the one who is saying in this house. That's how most of us wants to feel. Okay, most men want to feel. Okay, you want to feel like you have the leadership, or you're taking control. You're the one who's taking control. Okay, but no, when you see your partner as a person, when you see them as your person, you will not have problems with these things. Like, you will not even think about, oh my God, I'm supposed to reprimand her. That's what you will not think about that. Eve says it's a big deal to be married in most of the world. Okay, it's a big deal to be yes, and it's also a big deal here, but like telling me, I think I'm not those type of people who get offended because, oh, you will not get married, you will not be a first wife, who cares? I'm the one sitting here laughing in the US. Marriage means nothing to me, just a long hangover tradition which is outdated. Okay. Oh, it's but see, okay, I see. Okay, I don't know if it's outdated, but all I see is it's not everything. There are people who have lived their whole life never getting married, and that does not mean that their life is sad. That does not mean that they never got to become who they wanna be. Okay, there are people who have been married before, and maybe after 2 children, their marriage fall apart. What should these people do? Okay, we're talking about thousands of people who have gotten into marriage and then they have ended up with a divorce. What should these people do? Sadar says, I had some issues when my ego was big to make peace with close ones, and I couldn't hold too much resentment. I felt horrible even when I have issues with others. After a while, I tried to say sorry. Okay, and as you should. Expert says, so married a white man because African men are too controlling. Tell us why colonialism is too bad. Okay, and for your information, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm gonna get married to Asian, if I'm gonna get married to Chinese, Japanese, doesn't matter if I get married to a Senegalese, doesn't matter if I get married to a Tunisian, doesn't matter. So I don't know why you're bringing race into all of this. Okay, tell us why colonialism is too bad. You can refer to the video that I have on my channel. Yeah, so all of this, the whole thing that you've been going on is the fact that you feel like I shouldn't be talking because I'm a black woman, right? Okay, you want to flip things. Well, only engaged. Okay, none of your business. It says, why don't you tell us? You have the answers. Who married? Okay, ask him who married a white man. And for your information, even if I was to, what is your problem with that? Like, what is your problem with that? People are allowed to be in relationships with whoever, okay? And actually, you're talking about something that you have no idea about. You're just seeing random strangers online and making assumptions. Okay, who married a white man? And if they were to get married to a white, what's your problem with that? Okay, have any of your man? Okay, have you lost any of your man? A lot of Chinese in Africa. Okay, doesn't matter if I get married to a Filipino, Russian, if I get married to a black man from South Africa, doesn't matter. Or even a woman, doesn't matter. This person who keeps saying submit to one another, do you know the meaning? It means when the man show leadership as a man, he submits to the word, and when a woman respects her, she submits. Okay. I don't know if you're addressing that to me or to the other person. Sarah says, not every white man is bad. There are caring ones too, as well as brown or black. It's about the person's qualities, not where they come from, okay? And see, what he's talking about, what was the original one? He said, so married a white man because African men are too controlling. Okay, so it's like, you're allowed to like other cultures, and what if they were so controlling? What if they were, What if they were? Oh my God. This is all wild to me. Okay? See, so all of this conversation, the whole conversation was about me speaking as a black woman. Okay? That's what you have a problem with. If you just tuned in and it was a white female, you would just be perfectly okay with that. Okay? Now, because I'm black and African, I shouldn't have a perspective or an opinion. We don't have these conversations on American streams. It's even hot in here. I need a fan. Okay. See, I I knew the color of my skin was an issue to you. Ooh, Sadaka, this is well. We don't know the reasons behind her decisions marrying a white man. And who said, God, oh my God. Oh, who said that I got married? Oh my God. It's her personal choice and think we shouldn't focus too much on that. Okay, whatever I end up getting married to is none of yours business. Woo, black or white, brown or blue. Woo. Like Michael Jackson said, it don't matter if you're black or white. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're born black and you end up white. Also, that was supposed to be a joke. If this is your fiance white, I never knew. Now the fact that people are now insinuating that he's a white man, I'm not gonna correct you. Keep thinking. So that's it. I mean, others say that I don't know. I might have misunderstood. Oh no, I'm not offended at you. No, I'm not even offended. No, I'm just saying whoever started this whole thing is just somebody who likes to assume stuff, like assume stuff or start talking about stuff that they don't know, you know. Whew. Lord. Breathe out, one boy, breathe out. Wow, it's too hot. Oh, and it's not hot, it's actually just 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Read my comment. Your comment didn't show up. Retype. Most probably you use something that YouTube does not appreciate. I keep telling you, when you type something, make sure you're copying, because especially with the type of topic that we are having. Sadar says, bruh, that's why we shouldn't listen to what others say about a person, or to ask the person personally. Okay, you can ask me. I usually answer most questions, but it's like when you already have assumptions, stay with the assumptions. Haha. Oh my God, this live stream is wild. And what's the time? Oh my God, it's almost 2 a.m. I mean, about whom you married. Why is none of my business? Okay. Why is that? Okay, and God, you are who said that I am married? I said that I'm engaged. I just said you should appreciate the African men and show respect. Who said that I do not appreciate African men and show respect? Okay, now I should be going around looking for any man and then bowing down. Oh my God, I so respect you. Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? It reminds me again of that Ugandan meme. Okay, am I supposed to be walking around looking for men to respect? A second Senegalese. Okay, I'm just supposed to be walking around begging men. No, can I respect you? Can I respect you? Can I respect you? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Okay, I only respect those who are. Okay, I respect everybody. Generally, I respect everybody. I think I'm kind. I think I'm awesome. I think I'm all of that. But when it comes to respect, it's literally a two-way. And I'm not gonna go around respecting random men. I'm gonna go around respecting men that I know, that I care about. Yeah. Jay Symphony says, I am from the US, but don't be naive. You should appreciate your own culture. Oh God, who tells you that I do not appreciate my own culture? Just because I am interested in another culture, just because I'm interested in other cultures does not mean that I don't appreciate mine. Haha. Yes. So that says it goes like, why are you married? Who says I'm married? You are married. Okay, this is exactly what they are doing. Okay, it's like, and then you're telling me actually I didn't know that I was married to a white man. I just heard from you all today. Oh my God. Okay. So it's like these days you're not allowed to like be interested in other cultures, or even think about having relationship outside your country, my good friends. Unfortunately, Uh, Red Lips Chaos Diary says, "Are you a diva?" I don't know. You tell me. She doesn't like men that marry multiple women. Yes. Okay, if he's not my man, I have no business with that. That's none of my business. If he's not my man who is marrying multiple, it's none of my business. I'm just saying about personally, okay? Personally, okay? So I'm not allowed to have a perspective, am I? So, like everyone but Americans. Okay, Sarah says, it reminds me of a verse in the Bible that like a person who rushes to say something before listening to shaming themselves. Okay? It says, well, most American women don't either. JC, when he says, you look down on the African man who is the pillar of the all society. The first man, Adam, was black man. White scientists have proven that life started in Africa. Okay? Adam was a black man. That's what J Symphony is saying. Adam was a black man. How about Jesus Christ? Do you think Jesus Christ was a black man? And first of all, I don't want you to mislead people here. Do not say that do not say that I'm disrespecting African men. Where did you hear that? Okay, I'm just saying I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're gentle. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they do not reprimand their wives. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, and I think that's what you are upset about, because I am so tired of people telling me my story. Okay, no, telling me that like, oh my god, that's just normal in most households. That's not. So tired of you all telling me my story. Like, God, give me a moment. Can I even tell my story? Except those moments though. It says it's illegal to marry multiple partners in the US, as it should be. You're welcome for making it real. Explorer says, you're welcome for making it real. You're black since when? I'm black since when? Since life beginning or whatever. That was funny because MJ was handsome before. Lucky boom. We know a lot though. Ready to learn. Okay. Oh my god. But you're not black enough. I am not black. Oh god. Are you guys rage baiting me or what's going on here? Okay, and you are who are arguing with me, you better subscribe. I am not black enough. Oh my god. Hey. Right now we have some lighting going on here. When in complete darkness you cannot see me. I am not black enough. Haha. Since when the topic went from marriage to skin color? I'm telling you all that this conversation about this whole marriage thing that we've been having is never about the marriage. It's all been about me talking about these things when I'm a black woman, African, maybe African. Okay, even it's 2 a.m. and I need lip gloss. You can get lip gloss if you want to. Haha. Or is that supposed to be sarcastic? Oh my god. Nice hair, by the way. Thank you. It's really getting warm in here. Oh my god, breathe out. Lord, I hope everybody who is in here does not think that I do not appreciate African. I do appreciate Africa. I talk so much, so many good things about Africa. Okay, people who do not enjoy their blackness. Okay, people who say that who do not like being black, who do not like being African, are the ones who are here telling me what I'm supposed to like and not like. Okay, and it's 2 a.m. in the morning, guys. So anyone who is typing, finish typing. We're gonna be winding up soon. I have not relaxed a bit in this live stream. Sada says, I think our problem is not truly listening or not knowing how to properly listen to what others say. Yeah. The thing is, everybody wants to be right, okay? You want to be right, I want to be right, okay? But and that's the thing. You all want to be right. Men want to be right, and you don't want women to even think about fighting for their right to be right, okay? So you want to be right. You want to be right from A to Z. Okay, but you don't want women to express themselves and say that they are right or not. Say what you think, okay? You want to corner your women in a corner, okay? You want to put them in a corner. That's what you want, okay? And when your woman cannot be like that, oh my God, you're not being submissive, okay? You're not being a good woman. You're not supposed to be. You're not being a good woman or whatever. If you're still typing, finish typing. I'm literally winding up. It says women are listeners and doers. They aren't answerers. Oh well, only men have the answers. Only men have the answers. Okay. Who? All of those people who are attacking me. You guys? I won. Women. Only men have the answers. Oh God. Oh my God. I'm just feeling like I want to throw up on you all's faces. Oh, here we go again. Okay, these people are trying to rage bait me. Like, I think you guys have learned that I'm... Okay, but see, I am not gonna sit here and... JC Boy says, girl, you lack knowledge. Oh my God! Who lack knowledge? You and me. Somebody you're the one who wants to look at women like objects, okay? I so pity the woman that you're gonna marry, or the one that's married to you, okay? You want to be so controlling. You want to be you want to corner your woman in a maybe you're... let me not say that. I was gonna say God, read the Bible, and I'm not supposed to. What if I'm Muslim? Okay, I'm not supposed to read the Bible. And if I'm reading the Bible or the Quran, it should be none of your business. Read the Bible and history. The Hebrew. Jesus was a Hebrew by birth, lived in Black Africa. I think you guys want to be... You guys want to belong to this religion so bad. You all want to... And I'm not saying for the Christians, forgive me because I have to speak my mind here, okay? I don't think Jesus was ever black, okay? Even this book, if it was written by white people, if the Bible was even written by white people, like, that should... He did not have the thought of a black man in his mind when he was writing this, okay? Just to begin with, not to mention, like, the whole thing plays part in Jerusalem. Is Jerusalem in Europe? In Egypt for 400 years. What do you think Jesus Christ's skin color is? Middle Eastern, okay? And actually, for your information, Middle Eastern people are not black people. They are... And Egyptian are also not black people. They look Middle Eastern, okay? Japarov says, Ni hao, can you speak Chinese so that everyone understands and is comfortable? Okay. Haha. 400 years, see. That's right now means it's fiction, okay? Fiction? Okay, fiction. It's a fairy tale. Yeah, and whoever wrote that, if whoever wrote that did not have the mind of a black person in his mind, you all want to belong to something so bad, okay? Can you just maybe sit on the side? You can decide, okay, I want to join this religion. You can decide you want to join, but stop making yourself the center. Like, stop putting yourself at the center, like, because you want to belong to something so bad. Oh my God, I don't think Jesus is ever black. I don't think any of that, okay? Yeah. Unfortunately, they are not thinking about you when they were creating the Bible. JC for the... Oh, Dimas says to JC for H. What saddens me is you obviously have a lot of knowledge about the Bible, which means you have made a conscious decision to leave out the parts you don't agree with. Exactly. Thank you, Divers. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Do you all think that Jesus was black? Okay. And I know these have moved from a marriage discussion to where we are talking about blackness and all of that. But now, because we are already here, let's talk about it. Sadar says Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Back then was in Kingdom of Judah, present day Palestine. Jesus was Jewish. He went to synagogue and spoke Aramaic and Hebrew, so he could have been brown or olive skin. Okay, did you hear black? Hey, Eustace says, or he could have been fiction. There is when it gets really important. Okay, okay, we do not know. We do not know because we were not there when it was being written. Okay, but taking yourself and then putting yourself at the middle. First of all, in Egypt, there is not there might be black people in Egypt, but most people, you know, most people are not black. Solansky says, okay, I think I'm skipping. He says women should follow a book written thousands of years ago. Okay, that's what he's saying. And then he's saying that, like, now the fact that I'm saying that, like, African men are really strong men when it comes to the center of patriarchy. That's what you're talking about. And then he's saying that I don't appreciate my culture or whatever. I'm married to a white man. Oh my God. Hey, I'm sweet. My age. Oh. Expert says you all worry. I don't want children in the church today. Sorry. Expert says you all worry about the cover. Okay, and it detects you. Chennai. What happened? Chennai. Oh. Who's Chennai? Okay. Guys, we're literally winding up. Okay, I'll stay for a minute because I think there's a lot of questions. Maybe I think he's typing, or I don't know. Let me wait it a little bit. But wow, it's really interesting how these conversations moved from marriage to whatever we're talking about. Okay, so it was never about the marriage thing. So it was always about me being an African woman who speaks her mind. Sadar says, I think Eve wanted to ask the Indian one if she's from Chennai, a place in India. No, but you know, I just removed her because she said her. If she would not have said that, I just don't want for us to, like, have to change the whole conversation to entertain her. So I removed her, unfortunately. Eve says, you'll stay as long as the men demand. Okay. You'll stay as long as the men demand. Oh, I'm not going to stop live streaming because the men. Oh God. Oh my Father, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm not gonna get married to you all. What do they? Okay, by the show of your hands, what do men want? What does the men in the church want? Oh God. Today I have known who your true colors, you men's true colors. Ha ha ha. Never says, I don't like Eustace, but I have to respect him. Okay. He said that you'll stay as long as the man because of course it's all about the men. Oh God. You guys need to give me permission. In the next few minutes, excuse me, I want to go to sleep. That's what's supposed to be like. Okay, I want to stop streaming. Can I stop? You know. Sadar says, I can't speak for all men because I am a person of my own. All I want is to figure out myself and grow up. But I gotta leave my comfort zone. Ooh. Good for you, good for you. Okay. And at least you're not gonna be bleeding on women because you said that. You're not gonna get married. Okay, you says that's right. Okay, that's right. Okay. Well, I think the people who I was waiting for them to type are gone. Hopefully they will show up tomorrow with the whole conversation, because I would literally want to talk about that. It's not, I just don't believe in like putting myself at the center of stories. Oh, Jesus was a woman so that I can feel like I belong. No, no, we're not gonna do that here. He was whoever he is, if he was not a woman, and we kind of like, we want to put ourselves in things. You want to take up skydiving, your fiance says no. No, what do you do? Ooh, interesting. This is an interesting question. You want to go? You want to take up skydiving, your fiance says no. What do you do? Okay, it depends. What is it? Why is he saying no? Because it's risky. Okay. Read the Bible. No, I think for me, to be really honest, let me not even put on a face. I think I would just go. I know myself. I think I would go, but it depends. Okay, if he's advising me, you know what? Like, that might be dangerous. I might consider that. Just the same way that if I tell him, okay, well, let's flip this. Okay, if my fiance wants to go skydiving and I don't think it's a good idea, do I tell, you're not going skydiving? No, I'll tell him, okay, I think that's risky and I'm concerned about you. That's risky. You still want to do it? Okay, if he says yes and he has a strong feel for it, he's gonna do it anyway, right? As far as, so let's remember one thing. What's that? Sarah says, well, I try to see a more realistic picture. They are nice women, they are toxic women. Same goes about men. I think we should try our best to respect each other. That's the point. Read the Bible. Okay. Oh, when I read the Bible, if my fiance says no skydiving, the answer should be no skydiving for one boy today. The man just talked. The lion just roared. No skydiving. No, it's like he's not gonna come here and be like, okay, one boy. Like, he's not gonna be like, one boy, no skydiving for you. No, he's like, I don't think that's safe for you. Like, it's up to you. It's up to you. But are you still gonna do it? Like, it's something like that. Okay, and like, just like what I would say to him. Explorer won't like that. Okay, yeah, he will not. Sarah says, respecting each other doesn't mean to accept everything others ask us to do if we don't want it, and especially if it harms us. So I don't know. Yeah, complicated. Diamond says, a loving man or woman would only express concern for the other's safety. Not loving people should be non-loving people should be single. Okay, and it shouldn't be like, if you express your concern and then the other person still wants to do it. You did your job expressing your concern. Okay, telling that, because it's not about what these men are telling me is like, you're not gonna go skydiving today. That's what you want. Okay, you want to, like, okay, would you feel nice if somebody does that to your mother? Ask yourself that. Okay, because I think that there's a way that men look at these that makes them not to see the full picture. Most men remove their mothers or their sisters out of the concept. So you're talking about other women, but not women that mean something to you, right? Sarah says, so you think single people cannot show love to others? Let's say towards their family, like parents, or towards their friends. Oh, you're asking to Diamas? Diamas, what do you think? Today I have known the true colors of men in this chat. Explorer says, you think people care about you're African or a woman? Interesting. Or whoever brought up the fact that, like, I'm married to a white man or whatever, I don't know where they got it. And I think it's you. Let me find out. I think it's you. You're the one who said that, like, I'm married to a white person because I don't respect people of my culture. Okay, let me find that out. It could be you or another person. Oh, yeah, you're the one who said that. You said so married a white man because African men are too controlling. Tell us why colonialism is too bad. So that's what you said, okay? So, and then you are telling me if I think people care about the fact that I'm African and woman. I think you care about that. You're the one who told us about that, all of that information. I think you care about that. I'm African, I'm a woman, and you think that I should shut up. Okay, you. I think most of you do not meet uh and I'm not trying to say that I'm so educated or something. I'm just saying I'm not saying that I'm too, but I'm just saying most of you do not find women like me, or like maybe from African countries, who can speak and can get back to you, or you want to be worshipped. Oh, thank you sir for saying that. Yes, that's what you all want, and I am not gonna do that here. uh, okay, Diamond says, that's how I make all my female decisions. I ask myself, would I be okay if a man said or did the same to my mother? Yes, and you guys should practice more of that. Lord doesn't leave. Haha. Diamond says, no, I'm saying people who cannot love and respect others they are made should be single. Yes. This chat is so chaotic today. So chaotic. And a lot of fire. Okay, because people showed up, people who don't know who I am, people who have honestly just seen me first impression, and they were like, attack, attack, attack. So that's why the chat is like that. Explorer says, I always lit on lip balm at 2 a.m. for my viewers when I'm going to sleep. Okay, whatever you're trying to do is not gonna work. I can, whatever, even if I want to apply full makeup, actually I can even pull out a lipstick for my viewers, and I'm not wearing lip balm for you all. I do that before I go to bed, actually. Oh god. JC40 says, unfortunately you are naive. Unfortunately, you are naive. Okay, what does lip balm have to do with everything that we're talking about? See how you're trying to diverge, or like you're trying to talk about something different. You're trying. Okay, no, you're attacking my personality, me. You're attacking me. Okay, and all of this, what we're doing right here. No, you just found out that I'm intelligent, and I can come back at you. And now what you want? You know what you want to do now? Talk about my lips. That's what you want to do. You want to talk about my lips. That's what you want to talk about. My lips. Okay? Yeah. Unfortunately, you're naive and don't even appreciate the African man who is the foundation of society. Do you know that the term Middle East did not exist until the year 1945? Okay, but I know what a black man is. Okay, and I know what the type of people who are in Egypt. Okay, yes. I know what is black and white. Okay, now you want to divert. You just said that Adam is a black man. That's what you just said. Okay, raise your hand if you feel Adam is a black man from the Bible for the Christian. Okay, you also want to say Jesus is a black man. Okay, it's just something to tell you. Stop putting yourself at the center of this. Okay, me saying that now you think that I'm naive. That's okay. I could be naive, but it doesn't change. I don't think Adam was a black man. Yes, you did it 3 times. Continue. Oh, I could even apply it again. Eve says that's huge. You found fault in that. Diamond says the term Middle East first appeared in 1850 via the British. It gained popularity in early 1900s via America. Okay, whatever it was called, what was Middle East called before that? Because whatever it was called, that is the name. That doesn't change that Jesus is not a black man. Okay, that doesn't change that Adam is not a black man. Stop putting you all. Why do you want to be the center of everything? Oh, African man is the center, is the start of. No, just accept your position in the society and you'll be a happy person. Explorer says, not anyone that says. Okay, I think you are the same people who wants to say that Not in a bad way, but it's the same people who want to say, oh my god, I am not black, I am Native American. I'm just saying, not anyone, not anyone that says the truth about what is happening. And they don't last. Okay, the lip balms, yes, they do not last. It's like chapstick, really. Uh, uh, wow. What is now randomly called Middle East is actually North Africa. If you study history, you will know that ancient Egypt called Kemet as a black kingdom established by black African. Egypt is Africa. Egypt is Africa, and I know that, and I never said that Egypt is not Africa, but I said, have you seen the people in Egypt? Can somebody Google, because of course I'm using my phone for the live stream. Can somebody, Egyptian people are not, they are not necessarily, they are not, they have some black people in there, but they are not black. Wow, I get it. Sarah says, I liked the previous lives more. Today is bad day, I suppose. Okay, and I think, of course, it's because I'm not agreeing with the chat. Maybe it's a bad day, but of course, we gotta show up every other day. Send me one of those. Oh, lip balm. You also want to apply at 2 a.m. Explorer says she wants a kissing match because she misses real love. Oh my god. Even if I missed real love, I wouldn't want it from you. Darksless says no. Do you even lose? Okay, tell me about that, Darksless. Because says, don't worry about the color of people. Okay, and don't worry. Also, do not worry about my color. Okay, so also do not worry about my color. Period. Don't worry about the color of the people that I'm dating. Do not worry about the color of the man that's married. You're the one who said that I'm married to a white man because I dislike African culture a lot. That's what you said. Why is it your business who I'm talking to or who I marry? God. Nana Recipe says, hello everyone. Hello to you. Oh my god. I am so sorry. We're not usually like this chaotic. It's just there are like 3 people in here who attacked my live stream today. And it's like you've just been going back and forth. Are you Native American? Yes. Blackfeet. I'm Blackfoot. Diamond says it should be noted that the Bible, Word of God, does not talk about race because God didn't feel it was important. This is a concept of man has come up with. Jesus, Adam, Moses, and more were people. Woo! That's profound, I suppose. Salah says, the Bible says Adam disobeyed God. Sin entered the world and to his descendants, which are all of us. So whether brown, white, or black, we all die one day. Okay. Because the best love comes from 2 places. Tell me about the 2 places. Eve says, I don't understand how you attract all these Bible people. Okay, why are they all okay? And see, I do not have a problem with the Bible. Okay, first of all, I said that I am a Christian, okay, but I have a problem with like people trying to shut me up with the Bible. Okay, for example, what Sada is doing, referring or giving me context, I don't have a problem with that. That's basically somebody who is believing in something and they're expressing that, so I appreciate it. But somebody who is using the Bible to like shut me up, that's not gonna work. Always on your stream, okay, Bible people, but there's no problem. Your color is what you'd say, but you're the one who said that I'm dating a white person because I don't like African people. Is that what you said? Do you post in any religious group somewhere? No. I do not post in any religious group. Okay, but but I appreciate, I am not against religion or anything, and I'm not against whether you're Islam, whether you're Buddhist or anything. It's just like when you're trying to use religion to shut people up is really wrong. And it's not black. I know more about Africa than you. Yeah, you know about, okay, so you agree with me, Egypt is not black, okay? You know more about Africa than, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. Symphony says, yes, Jesus was a dark-skinned man, even darker than you. This is something that has been proven by white scientists themselves. Okay, and see, read the last part what you wrote. This is something that have been proven by white scientists themselves. Because you feel I need so much for white approval. Like that's what you're looking for. You want to be approved so much. white approval by white scientists. Why can't you? Okay, if you believe that, why can't you just say scientists? Why does it have to be white scientists? Uh, I can't give free education to Sims. And you know what? I also can't give free education to ignorant people. Jesus wasn't real. He's a fiction, a made up, a story for kids. Lord, where do you find these Bible thumpers? I don't. Okay. Whatever. See what he says. Do you understand the migration of people from one region to another? Do you understand that people living in Egypt now are not the original Egyptians? They are Arabs who came later. And I understand migration. But, okay, can somebody research for me? Has Egyptians ever been like black? Have they ever been like black people? Okay, because you like, for example, the whole of North Africa is not black people. Is what are they called? Okay, but they are descendants of Arabs. Okay, it's not black, but this is whole Africa. I think you are the type of people who think the whole Africa is black, like darkness. They are not black people, and there is nothing wrong with that. They seem to like you. No, they do not. They want me to. They want to say stuff, and they want me to just say yes. And if I don't say yes, I am in trouble. The Bible is a book that can be useful for life, but everyone make their choice to follow it or not. But people can misuse it or use it for their own advantage and not use the full picture of Bible. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's not like people have a problem with the Bible, but when you're using it, okay, for example, just wanting to say, oh my God, Jesus is a black person, oh, Adam is a black person, and you don't want to hear anything else. Common sense is useful for life. Human lived without the Bible for thousands of years just fine. And I know Africans did live without the Bible so many years. For example, how religion was introduced. For example, Christianity. Okay, how Christianity was introduced to Africa. Let me talk about Kenya. Okay, the religion was forced to them. Okay, it was forced to them. They were beat the crap out of them for them to start believing in this. What did they believe in before the coming of Christ? For example, my community, the one that I come from, they were praying under trees. That was their holy place. They did not have anything like a church. Okay, so that's exactly. So the thing is, they were living without the Bible. My God. You're the best wife and mom. Haha. Wawan Caps. And for those of you who are bullying me, subscribe. Do you know? Did you grow from an ape? Now that's really, you're really crossing a line with that one. You're really crossing a line. You know what? I'm not gonna read anything that you type anymore. Your eyes very beautiful, pretty. Diamond says, God. Oh my God, this chat is just moving up real quick. White scientists have proven Jesus was black. I didn't know that. Where is this information located? Because I can't find it. I'm sure you know where it is. Yeah, honestly, we are gonna end the live stream when you give us that information. Maybe send us an article, like refers to an article. You can even send a link or something. Let us be able to read for ourselves. Which of these white scientists are we talking about here? Evolution was real, okay, but it's really disrespectful to ask somebody if they you know, that's very disrespectful, especially to ask a black person. Your lips, ugh. You know what, keep it respectful. Your hair. Expert says above that really big desert was always not that was below. David Njoroge, how are you doing, my good friend? How is the going? What do you say to all of this? Expert says that. Okay. Adam Levine says black desert source heat sunlight. Religion didn't improve our lot. Okay, not let's ask an Indian. Sadal says it's not about religion much. It's about if people practice what they see in Bible, and at least if they read it all. Okay. Whoever is saying Adam, none of your business. Eve says this guy. Okay, to Adam, this guy said that a woman should serve her, follow his sister. Oh, okay. You said let's ask an Indian. Okay, let's see what you say. But I think it. Okay, let me not talk about it because I'm not Indian. Should a woman serve rather? Okay. Just said I like another hairstyle. None of your business. Okay, my hairstyle is none. Okay, it's none of your business. None of your business. Okay. So if you want to, no, I'm not gonna apologize about that. But it's like I can wear my hair however I want. Explorer says if we are talking about Indians, we are talking about Ethiopia. Yes, you are a naive girl who unfortunately will find out that I was right when it will be too late. Or to find out that Jesus was black. Will it be too late to find out that Jesus was black? Or Adam was black? Okay, and you know what? You should, if, let me tell you, you know how I know that you're a coward? Because instead of proving, Dimas just asked you to send us the article that says Jesus was black, okay? But instead of proving, you know what? You go to, you're a naive girl. That's exactly what you go to. So, haha. Her hairstyle is good. I don't get the issue with it. Okay. It's like, see that, you know? And what is the purpose for the curse word over there? Like, I think those two handles are the same person. Which one? Oh. You think he's the same person? Okay. Okay, guys, honestly, if you're typing, finish typing. I'm gonna be winding up very soon. And if this is your first time seeing me and you're not, you don't think I'm a bad person, you can subscribe if you want to. Okay. And for the bullies, let's meet up tomorrow. Well, there goes Adam. Okay. Okay. Why is everybody so like edgy today? Why is everybody so upset? Like, what's wrong with you all? Like, there goes Adam with the hairstyle thing, okay? Because it's not straight hair. That's exactly why he's saying that. And I'm not attacking you all. It's like the only reason that you find a problem with my hair is because it's not straight like yours. But you have to understand I am not Indian. I am a black woman. Okay, it's like, why do you all usually like us to straighten our hair as black? You want me to wear a wig? When I have braids, I think for those of you who had showed up on my live stream, you know, when I had those braids, everybody was commenting, "Oh my God, you look so good! You look so good!" When I come here with my natural hair, it's like now I just killed somebody or something. God. Devin Jeroge, how many believe in alien? Hands up, trying to bring a light moment to this chat. oh my God, these people will not even answer that, David. It's like, see, for those of you who watched me for a long time, I think we have conversation, we disagree, but it's like today is like just attacking. If I'm not agreeing with you, then I'm a problem. So that is, you look are all right, both in this style and with braids, etc. I mean, as long as it's nothing too crazy, it's fine, I guess, and it's still your choice. I mean, okay, that's it. If says Trump has been releasing UFO files. Ooh, what is that? Okay, Adam says you're a beautiful girl, amazing. Okay, thank you for your apology. I would take that for an apology. It's the Bible. The Bible causes the war. Oh wow, and conflict. You're black. Wow. You're black or your hair is black. What do you think? If says this conversation proves it. I'm a pilot, haven't seen any UFOs though. Tell me what does UFO stand for? Miss Wombo, your hair is nice. Thank you. Lasho says, "Oh, how are you? Is it Lasho or Lasho?" Okay, keep liking the live stream, guys, and subscribing. Do women lose freedom in marriage? It may depend on how she lived before marriage. A good marriage is not free. Both must give themselves to the other. Thank you for saying that. Both people must give themselves to the other. Thank you so much. I think you just solved the whole problem that we are having. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and we also had another question. Actually, I think you're the only sane person here. Okay, sorry. I think if you could redesign marriage completely for modern life, what would you change first? I know you're gonna be married. Yes. Am I supposed to be happy? Declassified your forces. He started releasing them this year. I am gonna look into that. I don't know what that is. Arian says hi. Like Dan, thank you so much. Jay Symphony says Jesus Christ was not a white man. White people are from Europe. Jesus Christ is from North Africa and lived in black ancient Egypt, who was black like you and me. Go do your own research, educate yourself, okay? North Africa have never been for black people. That's something that you should already know. Okay, you're so sweet. Haha. And the other thing is, like, even the language that the Bible was initially written in, is that an African language? Daima says aliens, two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. Ooh, Arthur C. Clarke. That's deep. Sarah says, I don't know about aliens. So I think I'm the worst person to comment about that. So I don't know if your question works on my side, David. You can ask another question that can take my attention away from that. So that's it. If so, the people make the decision to make wars. Jesus taught about putting the sword bad and love our neighbor, which are all people, and make peace with everyone. Is the people's problem, not Bible. Okay, Jesus taught about putting sword. Okay, but also the Bible talks about when somebody slaps you on this cheek, make sure you give them the other one. That's also something else that the Bible teaches. Yeah, like give them the other one. So which means you're not supposed to fight back. You're not supposed to stand up for yourself. You're just supposed to like sit there and like give the other cheek. David Njoroge says UFO is like saying aliens. Today the chat is wild. At least now there's a redirect to easy up the tension. Okay, Jesus became white through Europe. Okay, honestly, even in the, let me talk about even the churches that we have here, like especially the Catholic, the what is it called? Oh my god, now I'm thinking in my native language. The, what do you call that? The thing that they hang at the front of the church with Jesus on the cross. What do you call that? But it's white. It's white. So Eve says that's why he ain't real and never was. Okay. Do you know that life started in Africa and moved into the rest of the world? Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Bible people make the decision. Okay, they base war upon God. Ooh. They use God to justify it. I'm atheist. Ooh, wow. You're atheist? Tell me about being an atheist. Why did you become an atheist? Good, okay. We are not alone. Okay. Yeah, you see, the problem is, personally, I do not have a problem with people believing or not believing, okay? The problem is when you're trying to shut people up by the word of God. Oh, the Lord said, you're trying to shut people up. Whatever, like you're just trying to shut people up for absolutely no reason. We are not alone. Have anyone lived near the Persian Gulf? You are so kind looking. I'm so kind looking. This doesn't mean to let others hurt you. You live the risky zones and you have the right to defend yourself. You just not to kill someone. I absolutely have no idea. what that thing is. Oh, because of course you've never been to the church. Okay, for those who know about the Catholic thing, what do you hang at the altar? The thing with Jesus and a cross like this. Is it a sculpture or what do you say? What word do you say in English? Like now I'm just thinking in my other languages. I speak like 5 languages, so Billy says hello from Liverpool, United Kingdom. Hello to you, Billy. Good to see you. How is the going? There's 2 questions. Do women lose freedom in marriage? And if you could redesign marriage completely for modern life, what would you change first? Beatles, Cavern Club. Yeah man. Okay, yeah man. Wagwan. Wagwan is on fire today. I am not on fire. People are just attacking me for no reason. Eve says, men told her that she needs to be subservient to her husband and listen to his instructions. And that's not what I'm fighting about. That is an easy one, okay? That's an easy one because honestly, I have never had that problem in real life. In real life, in relationship, it's like if you do, because that's like that problem. You can only have that problem if you don't love each other. The whole problem of wanting to reprimand your woman and stuff, those are the type of things that you only think about when you're not in love. Your short videos are amazing. Okay, thank you. It's my first time in your channel. Oh, thank you so much. That's easy. That's easy. Okay. Whew, Lord. I hope. Okay. Now, guys, we are about to wind up. You know, I keep saying this. We are literally winding up, and then you all start typing. It sounds like children fighting. One says in what want this, the other says I want that. Okay, that's exactly what we are dealing with tonight. But see, today I decided to become a child. How many people see a blue human? Religion discussion tends to get very heated. But what I conclude at the end of one's life, that when we will know what comes next. Otherwise, I respect everyone, okay? When you finally pass away, that's when you'll know if all of this thing was bull crap or whatever. Very easy. Who God? No. Okay. The lip balm that Explorer has a problem with. Haha. Diamond says losing freedom in marriage. If you're honorable, then yes. Both equally. If you have no honor, then no. You're still free and single. Wow. That's deep. Yeah. So, okay, of course, both of you are gonna be losing freedom, okay? But it's just okay. But it shouldn't be one person. It shouldn't be the woman is the one who is over there being a good girl. You know, good girl. Eve says put some Kenyan coffee in there too. Haha. If all is bull, ugh. Okay. Now we're just diverting from the main topic to my lips. Okay, quit that. Steadward says only a small handful of people know getting married in a court of law is corporation. Getting together to do business. Your name is a business by law. Okay, so you know. Oh, so you're saying Steadward is saying that marriage is a business. Because I'm acting, so I shouldn't put lip balm. So I should wait until my lips dry out. Okay, dry out. I'm gonna do that for you. Wait until my lips dry out so that I can please you. I have a question. Ask the question. Ask the question. Oh my god, this is some crazy thing. If it's true, then why is it fake? This is serious. Are you South African? No, I am Kenyan. Welcome to the live stream. And when you join into the live stream, guys, like the live stream and subscribe. Really appreciate that. J Symphony says for 400 years, more than 15 million black men, women, children were enslaved by white Europeans. One of the darkest chapters in history. Now, as an African woman, you want to marry a white man. Shame. Where did that come from? Okay, Oh my God, good Lord. Okay, where did that come? And even if I was okay, honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and defend. Oh, I'm not gonna get married to a white man. It doesn't matter, you know. For me, it doesn't. Okay, it matters. It must. It. Oh God. Oh my Father Lord. Good Lord. Okay, where did that come from? Okay, where did that come from? And the thing is, like, who cares? Okay, let me let me get myself together. Okay, the thing is, Africans were colonized and black people were taken away from West Africa to wherever parts of the world that they were taken to. Okay, but the thing is, you want now to use that to like dictate what people are allowed to like and what they are not allowed to like. Okay, the truth is, people are free people. Okay, people are free people. You're the one who is saying that when you are maybe out there, you are okay with like. Sada says, if you could travel back in time to see your parents, what part of their life in the past would you like to see? Sorry if it's too personal. No need for too many details. Okay. Okay, okay, let me read this last one from Diamas to JC, for it says, for Christian, you sure do a lot of judging. I thought you knew the Bible. Matthew 7:1, read it. Okay, yeah, you see, the thing is, what I wanted to say is like, I just don't know what words to use without feeling like I'm saying the wrong thing. What I wanted to say is, the thing is, you're the same people who deny being black. Okay, you're the same people who are out there bleaching your skins, okay, so that you can look, you can look close proximity to whiteness. Okay, you're the same people who are out there saying, oh my God, I am not black, I am Native American, I am Blackfoot, I am all of these things. You're the ones who are out there saying that. Okay, people like us who are claiming our blackness, you know, people like us who are out there saying that we are literally black. So you want to shame us into like, oh, the fact that you're now black, no, the fact that you're black, you're not allowed to like other race of people. You know, that's what's shameful. Okay, you know what's shameful? You all bleaching your skin. You all saying that maybe you're better. Okay, I have seen, not in a bad way, but I've seen black people who talk down on Africans and do not identify themselves with that. So you're not any better, my good friend. If I could travel back in time to see my parents, what part of their life in the past would you like to see? Sorry if too bad. Oh no, that's too personal. What part of their life would I want to see? God. I don't think there's any part of their life I would want to see, to be really honest. Or maybe if so, what I would like to see is their thought process and who they were as young people. Yeah, I think that's what I would like to see. Who they were as young people. What was their mindset? What were the opportunities they had? Because right now we have the hearsay. Oh, I walk to school 50 miles away or 100 miles away by foot with no shoes. That's what we are. But I would like to maybe see that play out in real time. Then says to state what's facts. And just to add on, it's a business agreement in love and respect, but still a business. Ayan says, I'm always supporting you, like and comment. Okay, thank you. Everybody like and comment. Eve says, go somewhere else with your BS. Okay, to whoever is talking about. Okay, you know, Explorer says, I could be Kenyan or South African. Well, oh, there's a lot of chat in here in between. Wow. Oh, there's a lot of them. Where was I? Well, we should take a history lesson on slavery. Okay, that's supposed to be funny or what? Okay, it's like you're just sitting here enjoying what people went through. You know, is that supposed to be funny or what? Slavery occurred on every continent throughout history, but black people had it the worst. That's just a fact. Okay, you say stop feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, and it's like remembering the history does not mean that like it's a bad thing. But I'm just saying it's so sad. It's so sad that people who are out here bleaching their skin are here lecturing us about being black. Okay. Stuff. Okay, we should learn what the name slave came from. We can Google it, or just no Google. That's your history text. Explorer says. Okay, I think I read Diamas. For a Christian, you sure do a lot of judging. You sure do. Most of you do a lot of judging. Okay. Eve says, I got my PhD from YouTube University. Okay, I think you can graduate here. You know, there are people who have graduated from the school of bullying on YouTube and bullying people online. And let's say you're sitting on your couch right now bullying me. Very sad. You're very sad with your own life. Like, you have nothing else to do in real time. First judgment mean. Explorer says, how do we... I got mine from Google City College. Okay. Why wouldn't we all love all races no matter their shade? That's exactly. But I got my PhD from Jupiter. Oh God. Okay. Now the chat. Teja Sharma vlog says good morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Where are you watching me from? Ooh. Sada says that's nice. I'd like to see my parents as young as well. Or when they were dating and when I was a little kid. I actually had a dream like that one. Honestly, I am not interested. I'm not interested in like seeing who they, because I kind of like already see what they became as adults is literally a good picture of who they were as children. Actually, I think it's interesting to see them as young. Okay, I would like to see what is their thought process. What was their thought process back then and right now? Maybe. Wow, did you know about how slavery started? Tell us, Professor. You're never getting out here. Okay. I'm gonna get out here without telling you all at last. David, the rest of the chat, where did you all get your PhDs? What's up with your... nonsense. Steadward says, some of our people are bleaching their skin as if their skin is dirty. Okay, and supposed to be... And they are the same people who are out here giving me lecture on being black. Round 3. Oh God, I don't want a round 3, guys. Let's just wind up right there. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I think I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Anybody who is, let me give you all just somebody who is, but do not spam the chat, because I keep saying, okay, I'm saying, okay, that's it, let's call it a night, and then you all just start texting out of nowhere. Hopefully it won't be another battlefield. Okay, now I'm just giving a chance to anyone who is typing. It'd be great if some of you didn't come back next time. Okay, thank you. David says, rest up, this chat was one of a kind. No dissatisfaction can happen. Okay, hopefully I pissed you all off and you will not show up again. Oh God, thank you so much. Because, oh my God, if I have such a chat every other day, I'll be dreading starting streaming, because everybody is usually so nice to me and stuff, but haha, unless you feel it happening. Okay, so I think I'm gonna see you all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and it won't stop. Unsubscribe, just kidding, I loved this. Okay, you all like some good tea and the constant fight, the curious feeling. Haha. Okay, I'm not curious to know about how slavery started, because like that's basic knowledge, you know. That's research about that. And actually, I don't think anyone here, I think everybody here is very well educated and they know that. You wonder what time it is. What time is it in your place? Man, I felt the tension through the screen. Okay, God. Huh. I will have to like calm down for like 2 hours before I even fall asleep. Oh God. So thank you. Uh-huh. Okay, you know what? I am just done with this, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Yes, and also keep watching the other videos. Subscribe to see me the other time. And for the one causing chaos, don't come back. God.